Here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, if you live in Florida and you like touching caterpillars, don't. That's according to experts. It seems that the tussock moth caterpillars, they're flourishing right now, and if you touch them, it can cause a rash. Again, apparently people in Florida really like touching caterpillars. Just don't touch them. Now, if you live in Hamburg, Germany, or anywhere on Earth, don't touch a wolf. A woman there tried to help a confused wolf. Seriously, apparently it was behind glass. It kept bumping into the glass, not understanding what it was. She tried to help, in spite of it being a wolf, and for her trouble, she was bitten on the face. Now, she did survive. The same cannot be said for a hiker in California. She was bitten by a rattlesnake, and she died 5 days later. So don't touch caterpillars, wolves, or rattlesnakes. And if you're in Spain, don't kiss someone's hand. You know, some guys will kiss a woman's hand when they meet. Yeah, the Supreme Court in Spain has ruled that that is sexual assault. Meanwhile, in Pittsburgh, a man was arrested and charged with indecent assault after he groped a woman at a mall. Now, what makes this story particularly odd is that the woman was dressed as the Easter Bunny doing photos for kids. In fact, the groper asked if it was a man or woman in the costume. And then when he heard that it was a woman, that's when he got to groping and the cops got to arrested. And they showed a picture. I mean, she looks like a freaking Easter Bunny, right? I mean, that's it. And whatever. He got his ass in trouble for it. So don't do that. Don't touch the Easter Bunny. Today, we're talking about unwanted contact, right? And obviously, wolves or rattlesnakes are obvious. Don't kiss a woman's hand. Don't touch the Easter Bunny. But that leads us to today's question, brought to you by our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration. Today, we want to know, what do you wish you'd never come in physical contact with?
To be a part of the big show, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. Send your emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com, and now watch the show live on YouTube at KISW Rock. All the patrols, away we go. Welcome to the 21st Amendment season, episode number 4501. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. Once again, we're going to sit and spin today. And today we go back once again under the covers. Last week, we did cover songs by ladies.
Correct.
Who were covering other songs. Today, we have 10 songs where a cover became the band's biggest hit. A lot of the times when you hear a song, you don't even realize it's a cover. For an example, UB40, Red Red Wine.
Yep.
That's a Neil Diamond song.
And that was, in fact, their biggest hit, right?
Probably one of the biggest hits they had, for sure. There was a band called Manfred Mann's Earth Band.
Uh-huh.
They did a song called Blinded by the Light. You know that one, Ted? Blinded by the Light.
Oh, yeah, wrapped up like a douche?
Yes, that's what everyone said.
Revved up,
deuce.
Revved up like a deuce.
Revved up like a douche.
But it sounds like that. Yeah. That was a Springsteen tune.
Right.
So sometimes people, and neither one of those songs sound remotely similar.
No, not at all.
So the cover version was a completely different interpretation of the song. But a lot of bands, they make it big, and they have a cover. And you don't know it's a cover, but it becomes a biggest hit. We play a couple of those songs right here on this fine radio station.
Yes, we do.
So we're going to sit and spin with 10 songs that were a cover, and they became the band's biggest hit on the way at 4:30. And today we're going to talk about things that you wish you had never come in physical contact with. And we start with a story out of Germany, where a woman walking in Hamburg suffered something that folks in Germany almost never do, a wolf bite.
Yeah.
Police say yesterday the animal attacked the victim near an IKEA store about 2.5 miles away from the city center, marking what federal conservation officials describe as the first documented wolf attack on a person in Germany since the animals returned in the late 1990s.
And the first one, period, near an IKEA.
Local media reports that I wonder if that wolf could put together some of that furniture.
I was wondering, like, what would a wolf buy if it went to IKEA? Like, what does a wolf need?
Dog bowl.
Dog bowl, that's a good call. Very good call.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Collapsible ones.
Probably a couch.
You think? For his den? He's got like a dude den?
Well, you get tired wolfing all day. Want to relax.
It's
like, right, like, I mean, if I owned a wolf and it was like, you want to sleep outside, you want to sleep on the couch. I bet he's sleeping on the couch.
He's taking the couch, yeah.
The woman was bitten in the face after the confused wolf kept hitting a glass wall. The woman tried to help guide it out of the mess it was in.
I understand wanting to help it, but like, look, dude, it's a wolf. It's not going to show gratitude.
Officers later tracked the wolf to a lake where it went into the water and was captured with a snare. Authorities believe the wolf, thought to be a juvenile, had left its pack and been roaming the city for days, with sightings being reported across Hamburg. Now, experts say it was likely disoriented by the setting and trying to escape. Government officials say trying to navigate the city would prove very stressful for a wolf.
They could tell he had a little map.
That's a massive city.
Yes.
The animal's been taken to a wildlife park where, while the injured woman received stitches at a local hospital and was released. Now, the incident comes as Germany debates how to manage its growing wolf population. The upper house of the nation's parliament recently backed looser rules on hunting wolves, and the European Union has downgraded wolves' protection status. Researchers stress that attacks on humans remain extremely uncommon.
We know that.
And are often tied to disease or animals that have lost their fear of people, all these different things that maybe led to this incident.
How does that work, right? So you have an endangered species, say, but it's attacking you. I mean, can you know what I mean? Like, if I have the means to kill it, can I do it then? You know, if a bald eagle is trying to rip your eyeballs out with its talons, I mean, am I going to get in trouble if I defend myself and the thing ends up dying?
Yeah, I guess it depends on the animal, right?
I don't know. I mean, just, you know.
I don't know.
If it's an endangered species, I get it. You don't want to kill it, but I don't know. The thing's attacking you. You have the means to end the attack. Well, I get in trouble because I killed this animal to prevent myself from dying.
Well, like even if a goose goes after you in a park, I don't think you're allowed to kill it. It's definitely not endangered. But I mean, if you get attacked by a goose, I mean, you could do what you can to try to fend it off, but I don't think you can snap the thing's neck.
Well, I mean, what if I like kick it?
Well, if you snap
it's
that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I mean, I would try.
I'm going to get in trouble. Like, I'm not going to walk up and just kick a goose. But yes, if the thing's attacking me, you know, or
and typically they don't do that. They just kind of they're kind of docile. But what if that happens?
Are you sure? Geese are kind of bastards
in Seattle.
Man. I'm just saying, geese, they're bastards.
Yeah.
Me and Miggs almost got taken out by geese in Portland, man. There had to be like 100 of them on the ground. I don't know what happened. They just looked at us, and then these things started charging us. And at first we're laughing. Then we're like, I think we should run. And we did. But like if the thing had caught up with us, you know, we'd have to throw down with the goose.
Now we go to Pittsburgh. A Pittsburgh area mall's Easter photo op ended up with someone in handcuffs instead of candy for one New Jersey man. CBS News reports that according to authorities in Bethel Park, 36-year-old, oh boy.
Good luck.
Shiva Krishna Bera, groped a woman.
I like you got the last name wrong.
Right. Groped a woman working in a full-body Easter Bunny costume at the South Hills Village Mall. Per a criminal complaint cited by KDKA-TV, the woman told police that the suspect ignored her attempt to redirect his questions to an assistant, then touched her arm and upper chest and grabbed her breast. The assistant said the man asked if the bunny was a boy or a girl and jammed his fingers into the costume's nose and mouth.
Jesus.
Police say mall security video helped them identify the suspect, who was found asleep at a nearby AMC theater. As officers detained him, he allegedly asked if the bunny was the merchandise thing near a Five Below, and later said, "It's a doll, right?" After being told it was a person, he reportedly replied that his hand touched her by mistake. The suspect also seems to regret having stopped to catch a flick. "If I did not watch a movie here, I would not have been caught." He has been heard lamenting.
The problem is, Thrill's right. That's just an Easter bunny.
You're looking at the picture, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's full head to toe Easter bunny. Yeah.
He's been charged with indecent assault, and the smoking gun notes he's being held on $10,000 bail, with a court hearing set for next Thursday.
Okay.
So he's going to be in there for a while. Now, experts say this. You've likely seen, they say, in this area, moth caterpillars around your home or at local parks in Florida in the past few weeks. Now, these hairy insects can give you a rash if you touch them.
Mm-hmm.
These Florida natives emerge this time of the year, covering trees and structures as they search for places to make their cocoons. Caterpillars are an incredibly important piece of our ecosystem. They are food for all sorts of creatures. Insect experts recommend using gloves.
Insert experts.
Yeah. Gloves or an object.
Try to be an insert expert, huh?
Insect expert, such as a credit card, to move them and avoid direct contact. They have these little spines on them that can break off into your skin, causing irritation. He says they look like brushes along their back, but those are the ones you don't want to come into contact with. And if you do, here's what to do. Remove any hairs with tape. Wash the area with soap and water, then apply ice or baking soda and water paste to soothe the skin. They warn that even their cocoons have those irritating hairs. So if you want to clear an area of them once they become moths, they suggest using a broom. I think one of the worst things that I've ever come into contact with in nature is, and I've told this story before, lake by my house, there was a rope swing in the tree. That thing eventually broke, never got replaced, but there were these large hanging vines.
Yeah.
That were coming from the tree. And we decided, look, we checked the weight. They were fine. We could swing on these vines. What we did not know were those vines were poison oak.
Uh-huh.
So when we grabbed them with our hands.
Is it poison oak's like the worst of them, right? It's poison ivy,
poison sumac's pretty bad too.
Okay, yeah.
But I mean, this was as bad as it could be. I mean, I remember chickenpox being a bitch, but this was absolutely the worst because it's on the inside of your thighs.
Right.
You know, it's on the inside of your feet. Wherever you've wrapped your body around like you would on a rope, that's basically the inside of your arms.
I think your chest, right?
The middle of your chest, on the side of your neck.
How long were you guys swinging
on?
us? Were you out there for like hours just being kids?
All day. And then all of a sudden, you know, we put our shirts on, I think, and started riding our bikes home, and the burn started kicking in. All of us about the same time. And I mean, there's no amount of calamine lotion back in the day.
Yeah, so what do you do?
Whatever they used to have to soothe your skin just did not work. I mean, and it was a stinging, you didn't want to put clothes on.
It's that bad.
You didn't want anything to touch you. Even if you were airing out, the area still burned. I mean, it was brutal.
How long did it last?
At least 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Now, keep in mind the good news. Well, the bad news is it was actually during the summer, and we had the summer off, obviously, from school because we were swimming in a lake.
And now you can't do anything.
But now you're basically just like laying on a couch, laying on a bed. I mean, I would try to ice it. Sometimes I would make it worse.
All right. How old were you?
Oh, probably 12, 13 years old.
Okay.
Somewhere in there.
So prime outdoor age.
You know, it's the middle of the summer. You want to be outside. You want to be doing stuff. And all of us. It was a whole group. It was like 5 different kids.
I mean, do you go to the hospital at all, or is there just nothing anyone can do?
You just got to ride it out. You know, and then when it does, it starts to kind of blister.
Yeah.
And pus up a little bit while it's healing. Then it's going to dry out for a little while. God. Depending on how much you got on your body. It doesn't spread. Like, right. You can't itch it, and it spreads to other parts of your body. But just the initial place where the burns were, absolutely horrible.
Well, the fact that you guys were using it as a rope.
Yes.
And it's one thing to brush it, and it's like, right, your hand kind of blows up. But I mean, so basically just neck to groin.
Right.
And
this one looked like a dead branch. So the other ones kind of had these like hairs on them and spines.
All right.
Those were the ones that looked alive.
Okay.
So we didn't use those because if you grabbed onto them, they would prick your hands.
Okay.
They were just all these like little needles coming out of it. But the one that we used was one that we thought was just a dead vine.
And you were wrong.
That was hanging from the tree. And that absolutely just fried us. It was, God.
I never had poison oak. I had poison ivy when I was a landscaper. I remember because it was July 4th. And Bernie's like, we still got to do a few houses. So we did them, and I was using a weed whacker. And he like ran over and was like, that's poison ivy. Don't use the weed whacker because it's like chopping it up and spraying it. But same thing. Like the next morning I woke up because I was wearing shorts and my legs were just covered.
Yeah. I was looking at poison oak now. I would not.
Do you see how this thing looks like it's got hairs all over it? You see what I'm saying? Like that's a live one.
But I wouldn't identify it. I wouldn't know.
But this is the kind that we swung on. So we did not realize that this vine.
Right. That looks completely harmless.
That doesn't look like it was going to be anything that was going to cause any damage. Boy, were we wrong. I mean, look. That just looks like something you can grab a hold of and swing off of.
It absolutely does.
It doesn't look like something that's going to absolutely ruin your, half your summer vacation. So our question, what do you wish you'd never come in physical contact with? 206-803-ROCK.
Does the sun count?
Yeah.
But I never came in contact with it. But I remember being a kid. I feel like every year we went to the beach, I would get a horrible sunburn.
Any place in particular or just the whole body?
Well, maybe it's on my parents. I feel like it was always on my back.
I got sunburned once in my life.
And then one year I got it on my head because I had buzzed my head and didn't think to put suntan lotion on my head.
That's where it got me. We're in Florida. I don't need a hat. I'm fine. That was a mistake. And I did not know what it was. I'm just like bitching about a headache and all this. And then the next morning, my wife's like, oh, you have a sunburn on the top of your head. I'm like, okay. It sucks as bad as everyone says, man.
We got a text. I wish I would have never come in contact with poison oak on my bare ass crack when camping.
Would you wipe with it, I'm guessing?
I'm probably just squatting in an area trying to use the bathroom where that's...
Jeez, man.
Yeah, where that's there.
That is quite unfortunate.
Jesus.
Hello, Jess. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Just real quick, Miles, what you were describing about poison oak or whatever, it sounded just about it sounds more horrible, but it sounded like stinging nettles. Oh, God, that sounds horrible. So, sorry for that.
Yeah. Probably a lot like that, but yeah, I've never had stinging nettles, so I don't know.
Also not fun. About 20 years ago, I was out at Ocean Shores, and I was just out like beachcombing, and the tide was out, and there was like this partial, well, it was dead, but it was like partially eaten but bloated, I'm assuming deer or elk. It was one of those four-legged hoof type animals. And it was there was like this really big pointy stick in the sand, and I was probably imbibing in some marijuanas, but I was like, oh, I wonder what happened being a dumbass. So I took the stick and I just was like kind of poking at it, and it just like blew up, and it sprayed all of this disgust. I mean, the smell, the texture. Oh my God, the way like it like sprayed stuff everywhere. It was so gross. I was telling Mike, I was like, yeah, I threw up like right there. It was so gross.
Did it explode, or was it just shooting stuff out of the hole you poked?
Yeah, it was like shooting. It didn't like blow up like, like a water balloon or something if you poked it. But it was just like kind of like I can't even make like a fart.
It could have been an elk.
Yeah,
I mean in that area. Either way, yeah, you know
where the sand dunes are. If you go out to the where the little touristy areas and the hotels are, it was kind of out there, but the tide was way out, and some other animals had been picking at it, so I couldn't really tell. And it was, oh man,
sounds like a crab buffet.
Probably
to me.
Yeah, crabs will eat pretty much anything, right? That always disturbed me in the movie Jaws. Right at the beginning, the chick goes skinny dipping. She's bitten in half by the shark. Whatever. But when they show the half of her body on the beach, I just, as a kid, and I still just, the image of the crabs eating it. And I'm like, because as a kid, I did not realize that crabs are cool with eating that. And we ate crabs quite often. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to eat crabs.
No. If you knew what certain animals ate, you would not want to eat them yourself.
But I feel like animals that eat poop taste the best.
Sure.
Crab, shrimp, pigs,
crawfish.
Yeah, exactly. It eats a turd.
Yeah, I mean, oysters just clean out the dirty water.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah, they're filtered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you wish you'd never come in physical contact with? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Tracy. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola.
How are you doing? Hola.
So what do you wish you'd never come in contact with?
My ex-wife.
And you knew it was coming.
Oh, it's inevitable.
How'd you get it out of the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what happened? Did you lose half your stuff?
Well, pretty close, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's just the law in Washington.
Well, why did it come to an end?
That's just the way it goes there.
Well, why'd you guys divorce? What brought it about?
She found God, and I'm a heathen.
All right, where did you find him? Was he at the IKEA along with the wolf?
Yeah.
He was at Top Foods in the chip aisle.
Okay.
Good. I see. Yeah. All right. Yeah. You knew that was the inevitable call.
Yeah, we've got like 9 texts. Wish I never came in contact with my ex-wife.
Right. But I mean, almost everybody could say that about ex or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my thought,
Well, they would think the same thing about you.
I'm kind of glad we came into quote unquote contact. I wish I had not had a relationship with them, but two entirely different things. Like I can remember some good things, and it's exactly what you think. The relationship wasn't good, but the quote unquote physical contact, like, yeah, not so bad. That's why we're in a relationship in the first place.
That's it.
This is good. But I do wonder, like, how many of my exes, like, he was the worst.
Yeah.
Or which ex thinks you're the worst. Because you can go through your exes and be like, oh, my God, this one was the worst of all. 'Cause I don't hate them all. Some of them I do, but I wonder, like, which of my exes has determined that I am the worst person that they ever spent time with? Who would that be?
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I mean,
I got to go back a long way, man.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I was married twice, so
sure.
I mean, one of them probably has that opinion of me, but maybe not. I don't know. I mean, we're still friends, so like.
Then you're not the worst,
right? I mean, either that or they're just tolerating, talking to me.
Well, yeah. Well, like, who's the one that would look at you and just be disgusted that they're even in the same room with you?
God, I really don't think I have that.
Really?
No.
What about like a one night stand?
Maybe. If I could remember it.
Well, because I was reading a thing yesterday.
They hate you after a one. Like,
not hate you, but like, I probably shouldn't have slept. I wouldn't have slept.
That's fair.
Because I was reading a thing yesterday about like people that hooked up with famous people.
All right.
A lot of them like, well, it wasn't that great. It's like, well,
Well, it's the law of averages.
I was
mean,
gonna say,
it's like they're
oftentimes,
famous,
too,
but
right.
it doesn't mean they're great in the sack.
And also, like, I don't know, you meet somebody for the first time and you're just like, it's like, it's not always going to be the greatest the first time out.
Sure.
Yeah,
know
if
what
you
I
do
mean?
one night stand, you don't have a second chance to make that up.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I hope it was good.
What do you wish you'd never come in physical contact with? 206-803-ROCK.
What would you do if you were hospitalized far from home? Don't worry, AirMed Care Network has you covered with Fly You Home memberships. Just one call and their providers will transport you back to a hospital of your choice to recover closer to loved ones at zero out-of-pocket cost to you. Fly You Home offers coast-to-coast and worldwide coverage and is remarkably affordable, starting at $159 a year. Learn more at airmedcarenetwork.com/fly.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
This is kind of interesting. Comes our way from BuzzFeed. They have a list of common survival tips that most people actually get wrong.
Okay.
But a lot of these actually involve things that you should not do, touch, or have a part of your body or near.
Like don't touch a wolf at IKEA.
That's it. They say don't, if you're ever in a situation where you're stranded out in somewhere, don't ever eat anything raw like Bear Grylls. You don't want to be in a survival situation and get sick or get a parasite. In other words, you don't want to try to eat some of the vegetation. Sometimes you probably don't even want to drink the water because it's going to give you runs.
Right.
All those things. Here's another one. Do not
By
rub...
the way, just a quick side. The first time I saw Bear Grylls show, I'm watching with my brother-in-law. We're in Pennsylvania. Show's on. We're watching it. And so he's out in the desert. And he points out, you want to get shade from the sun, blah, blah, blah. So he guts a dead camel, and he climbs inside of it, and he says, this provides protection. And I looked at my brother-in-law, and I said, who is he talking to right now? Like, what are the odds you're going to find
The camel drops dead before you do.
A dead camel in the middle of the desert.
First of all.
And then I'm going to...
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not wrong, dude, but it is... Because he's explaining this to you, and I'm like, it is very unlikely, A, that I'm going to be in the middle of a desert, but if I am... You're telling me my best bet's to find a dead camel. And I'm like, what are the
chances
odds?
are you're going to die before the camel.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they can go for days without water.
Yeah, like, what are the odds you're going to find a dead camel?
They probably have a tip for
I
you.
think if I'm lost in the desert, there's just camels littering.
Just dead camels everywhere. Yeah.
Here's another one. Do not rub frostbitten skin to warm up. It can literally tear cells and tissues. You need to just slowly get warm. For mild frostbite, tuck your fingers or toes into someone else's armpits. Here's an interesting one.
Oh,
Really?
no. You're not sticking your toes in my armpit.
Ted, we're dying out here, man.
Frostbite.
I'm going to lose my toes. Ted.
You have 10 toes. You'll be fine.
I need your
You
armpits.
would not let me put my freezing... I'm going to die, man. Ted,
No.
give me your goddamn armpits.
They're black, Ted. They're about to fall off.
Don't care. For years. You guys have been like, we're eating Ted first. Well,
Yeah.
I'm not getting armpit. I'm not going to warm
Is
you up.
that what it is?
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's
If I
another
eat
one.
you
I hope
second...
you lose your toes.
Eat
No,
those
no
first, yes, OB.
Yeah, no
You
sandals this
threaten
summer?
to eat a man so the rest of us can survive, and he won't even let you warm your frostbitten toes in his armpits.
He's just not willing to sacrifice for the group.
That's why we're going to eat you first.
If you get
Save your armpits.
If you get stabbed, do not pull the blade out, as like they do in the movies. Don't touch anything. Just call 911. As glib as they say this may sound, leaving the object in place lets it act more like a cork.
I feel like if someone's going to stab me, they're probably going to pull the knife out. Like when you hear about stabbing,
you don't leave it in.
People don't just like leave it in and walk away.
Now you're unarmed.
Yeah, exactly.
Another one, don't drink pee. It's mentioned in some military survival manuals, but it'll accelerate your dehydration
And
not
it's pee.
slow it. And it's even less effective if your body is already dehydrated, stressed, or malnourished. Also, don't pee on jellyfish stings. Rub vinegar or salt water on the wound and immerse the area in hot water for at least 20 minutes.
How did that rumor start?
Because it has to be hot water.
So someone said we
that's
don't
what
have hot
helps-
water?
Right, that's what helps the
So
sting.
pee.
And so then wasn't it like a Friends thing?
It was a Friends episode. I'd never heard it. We always just, because we would always get stung. And we just, like the sand that's kind of in the water?
Yeah.
That's what we always did. You just rub it on there. I don't know if it helped.
It'll go away after a bit.
Have you ever been stung by
you ever
jellyfish?
been stung by jellyfish?
I have not either.
Oh,
It's bad.
it hurts.
It sucks. But it goes away quickly. Thank God.
Does it? How long does it last?
24 hours.
That's not slippery.
But you got to remember, man, salt water is the definitive healer.
Sure.
So if you're a kid and you get stung, if you go in the ocean the next day,
Get back in the water. Yeah.
it's actually going to help.
My problem
Unless
is
there's another jellyfish in there.
Well, and if you play baseball, like summer leagues, like we never went to the beach till August.
And that's
Like
when the
and-
jellyfish were.
And then the water is warm, and you could see them in the waves, but you're a kid, so you still want to go swimming. I mean, it was inevitable. You'll get
You
sun.
still got in that water?
Yeah.
When our friend Dizzle got married, she got married in August, and this was on the eastern shore of Maryland. And what's the Sheridan, that really nice one?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So she gets married there, but it's on the water. And I walk down the pier, and I look in the... I saw more jellyfish than I saw water. I cannot explain.
Yep.
I mean, it was 100% jelly. I cannot believe any kid would be like, you know what? I'm going to risk
the
it.
ocean, though, you have a little more room.
Okay, that's fair,
So,
that's
like,
fair.
we would get in the ocean, but you're right. Those back bays and those little
Jeez,
rivers,
man.
like, I wouldn't get in those.
I've seen a lot. I've seen them in the Sound down by the aquarium, just like a ton of them. I do not use a hair curler to cauterize a bullet hole. It does not work and hurts like hell. I don't know why. If you're shot, you have a
Thank you.
hair curler.
About to say, if I get shot, I don't know if I'm just, hey, grab
the
the
hair
hair curler.
curler.
And the final one, you won't be able to punch a shark in the nose.
Yeah.
Good luck throwing an accurate punch underwater at something moving 25 miles an hour. You're way more likely to accidentally hand feed a shark than land an actual hero hit. Instead, maintain eye contact and slowly back away without making erratic motions. If the shark is in attack mode, strike at the eyes or the gills.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, if I'm in its mouth, I'm not maintaining eye contact. I'm
Don't punch it in the nose. Get its eyes.
Yeah,
So,
the eyes.
our question, what do you wish you'd never come in physical contact with? 206-803-ROCK.
They're not saying punch it now. They're saying, like, at that point, stick your hand in its eye and try to rip it out.
Mm-hmm. I just
And
think
then
about fighting for
theory.
my life.
turn him into a legend.
I'm just stop punching. I'm doing whatever I can.
You're doing anything you can. It's a shark.
Right.
I'll tell you right now, I'm going to panic. Don't tell me, don't panic. And I'm going to panic. It's a shark.
I'm gonna be
Correct.
screaming like bloody murder.
I mean, look, because they say, like bears, sharks, all this stuff. I'm like, I understand that you're not supposed to panic. But then the actual thought of confronting this,
Right.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to freaking panic. If there's a bear, like, dude, stay still. Like, it's not going to happen.
I don't want to be there.
I understand, and I know it can run me down. I get it, but like anything, I'm still going to take off running because it's definitely a flight or fight. I'm flying, bro. I am running my ass off. Hello, Logan. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores.
How you guys doing?
Doing great, man. How are you?
Doing good today. Doing good.
Excellent.
Yeah, so listen to this. So I was a lifeguard back in high school, and when we were opening up our summer pool for the summer, we had to go and vacuum out the swimming pool every single day before the park had opened. So we go in and we grab a vacuum we hadn't used in a long, long time. And those old vacuums, you had to prime the tubing before you could start sucking up the crud off the bottom of the swimming pool.
What is the crud at the bottom of the swimming pool?
Just like leaves that have blown in on it overnight, dirt that's in the wind, trash, bugs, stuff like that, just to make it look like there's not black specks all over the place. It's more of a cosmetic thing.
All right.
And so we go to start pumping we go to start vacuuming at the bottom of the pool, and so we have to use an old vacuum that's got a really long hose that we haven't used in a long time. And so the fastest way to prime the tubing is to hop in the water and force feed it right in front of your face, just kind of down towards the deep end. And so I hop in the pool, and my friend throws me the tubing to start priming, and so I start forcing the tube down towards the deep end. And so the farther we go, it's probably about 50 feet long. I'm like, man, this whole thing smells kind of funny. And we just kind of thought there was some stagnant water that kind of got settled in it while it sat around during the off season. And so right before I get to the very end of the tube, which is literally right in front of my face, because I'm in the deep end of the pool at this point in time, I hear this shooting sound, kind of like a torpedo, and these two dead mice shoot out the end. They shoot out the end of the pipe in front of my face, and they hit me in the forehead. I've never swam so far, so fast to get away from that stink and the mice in my life.
Oh,
it was
God.
so disgusting to have it happen.
You got hit
me
in the face. Sorry, man. That is super gross. So that's what the smell was then.
That's what the smell was. Yeah, I couldn't tell that it was rotting mice flesh, but that's what it was.
Okay.
Yay.
What do you wish you'd never come in physical contact with? 206-803-ROCK.
He's right. Those vacuums sucked to get up and moving. The way that it worked is they had a big old pole that was on there, and then they had this big old square head on it, and there was a tube that attached to the top of the thing, and there was a hole in the bottom of that. And he's absolutely right. That was the way to get it going. You needed that entire hose to be full of water because it's, it doesn't suck if it doesn't have water. That's just how the mechanics of it work. So, yeah, the only way to do it was to try to prime it as much as you could, have somebody fire up the thing while you jump into the deep end, and you shove that thing down as hard as you can to just try to get that water moving.
Have they improved on that, or is that still just standard?
I don't know. I got fired about over a decade ago, so I don't know if that's still how they're doing.
How long did you make it before you got fired?
I made it several years. Like, I actually did decently well. I got up to elite, and again, one bad thing happened, and it wasn't even a bad thing. It was
You're still super angry about it.
I'm very angry about it because I got on the boss's bad side, and then I was totally targeted after that. And the thing is that the boss's cousin worked there, and the two of them just sat there, and she complained about every doggone thing under the sun, but she worked the day after I did. So everything, there's dust on the computer. Oh, there was this cord that was left over here, and he didn't clean out the... Just complained all the time about nothing, and eventually, there it is.
What was the reason they gave you for getting fired?
Honestly, at that point, the last straw was a cord was hanging out of the computer, and so I just wasn't doing the job that I needed to, and I was
the reason.
The incident that happened that really kind of flipped the switch and was the beginning of the end for me, which, to be fair, was partly my bad.
I thought it was because you had too many chemicals in the pool.
Not enough chemicals in the pool. The other way would have been really, really bad. So what had happened when you go in there and you work these shifts, as far as the indoor pools go, like I said, there's a lot of chemicals that have to go in there. There's acids, there's mixtures and whatnot. You have to take measurements of the pH balance, of the alkalinity and all that. And I didn't do that this particular time. I ran the Sunday shift at this point. The Sunday shift was just a few hours in the mid-afternoon, and it was all private parties.
Okay.
There was no private parties in this one. There was just this one time slot that the school water polo team had taken on, and 3 people showed up to do it. I didn't even dress into my gear. I was fully ready to jump into the pool if I needed to, but everybody in there knew how to swim.
They play water polo, I would hope.
They were going to be in there for 35 minutes max, and then I was going to get the hell out of Dodge. So I did. I just took off. I didn't even check the chemicals. Turns out that the night before, who also did not check the chemicals, so they got a little bit of the aggression that I got, but the pumps had shut off.
Oh.
Something shorted out and it shut off those pumps, and so it wasn't getting any of the chemicals in there. And so somebody came in Monday morning, checked it, and they saw that there was nothing in this pool. It was just dry water.
Okay.
And it freaked out the boss because nobody was checking anything. I was there on duty that particular day, and so I caught the brunt of the rage. I got it all.
And that was the beginning of the end.
Right. The others got scorned. I was the one that caught the big heat, but then I couldn't do anything right after that. I was in the crosshairs, which, to be fair, I kind of deserved it at that point. However, there was nothing I could do to fix the situation either. So I was hosed.
What do you wish you'd never come in physical contact with? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Fester. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey.
Hola.
Heroin.
Wish you'd never come in contact with heroin.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. How old were you the first time you tried heroin?
25.
Okay.
And I lost 15 years of my life inside prison and 5 years on paper, and I'll never get it back.
What did the time in jail help you get clean?
Yeah, that's what I would have never gotten clean if I hadn't gone to jail.
Okay.
Did it start with pills and then just go to heroin?
No. I was with a girl, and she was 16 years older than me, and she said, "I got something for your ADHD." And I said, "What's that?" She said, "Here, let me just hook you up." And the next thing I know, I'm in prison for 15 years.
Why were you? What were you distributing this?
No, I was armed robbery.
Okay.
Oh, well, yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
Just to get the money to be able to support the habit.
Yeah, because I was at the time I was a longshore fisherman, and I couldn't get on a boat to save my life.
Well, just as far as being just
junked up
on the junk.
Just on the junk, just sick on the junk and partying.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I feel like that's the story here with heroin anyway. It always leads to you end up stealing stuff to pay for the habit because you want to be on the smack because the withdrawals are so bad. And an ex-girlfriend of mine, she had a friend, grew up with this guy, knew her entire life. And I don't remember if he was in rehab or jail, but either way, she'd gotten a call from him. I think it was jail. So he'd gotten out of jail, and she's like, well, it's a really good friend of mine, and so he wants to stay here for a few days. I said, don't do it, man. She's like, no, listen, I've known him since we were babies. I said, I understand that, but I'm telling you, if he's a heroin addict and he does not have a job, he's going to steal your stuff. And I'm not trying to pass a bad judgment. I'm just saying, to get his fix, he needs money. He does not have money, but you have stuff. Sure enough, the next day, her stereo was gone, a bunch of her camera, all the stuff, and he left a note. And he was very apologetic. And she was pissed. And I'm like, I understand you're mad, but like I said, I had never met the guy. I'm just telling you, if that's the deal, this is what's going to happen. And sure enough, that is exactly what happened. I was like, right, it's not personal to you, but he's going to feed the habit, man. So, you hear it 1,000 times. But now she knows.
Yep.
Hello, Scott. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
All right. So when I was in kindergarten, we had moved to Iowa, and I was in an apartment, and we went out to play, and I decided to slide down our wonderful play area that they had, and that's how I quickly found out that it was wrapped in fiberglass.
Wait, what was wrapped in fiberglass?
The swing set, like an old swing set from the 80s.
Right.
Oh, so did you get splinters in you?
Oh, yeah, all the way in my groin, my junk, everything.
Ooh. Wow.
I was in a nice pair of shorts, and yeah, it took about 2 weeks for everything to stop hurting.
Did someone have to remove those individually, or did they eventually just work their way out on their own?
They just worked their way out. We went to the ER, and they're like, we can't really see all the little pieces, and you're just gonna have to kind of let it go for now. And couldn't take any hot showers or hot baths. Had to take all cold ones so that the pores would kind of
tighten up.
Yeah,
tighten up.
And you said for like 2 weeks this went on?
Yeah, it irritated me for 2 weeks of itching and everything. Yeah.
Did it happen to other kids?
Swing set for another 2 years.
Yeah, I'm saying, were other kids swinging on this thing?
Yeah, they were swinging on it, but I climbed up it and slid down it.
Oh, right.
Okay.
That's how you learn.
That makes sense. What do you wish that you had never come in physical contact with? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Jason. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Yeah, I came in contact with Gary Ridgway while he was committing necrophilia in a ravine by my house as a young child.
Oh, my God.
Jesus Christ. So you're a kid and you witnessed this?
No, I ran across him, and he was underneath a cubby hole that he had dug out to the side of the ravine hill. Mm-hmm. And it sunk in slowly. And when I got off of him, I ran down and hit the first of the next 4 shallow graves, where when my foot hit the 4th decomposing body, it broke through it. It was like stepping on surgical tubing that had smashed all the way down onto itself, that was like vacillated with Vaseline. It was real slippery, and her skin all rolled up like a carpet, like when you slide up on a carpet.
Yeah.
And yeah, my foot went all through her body, and Gary ended up chasing me into the woods, and didn't kill me that day, but he admitted on Cairo TV that he was almost going to kill me when he was captured 20 years later. He stalked me.
Did you get called to trial, or did anyone ever interview you about this incident?
Yeah, once I repressed it all the way up until just a couple years ago. I told my wife, but there was a lot of other things that happened, that some kids in the neighborhood were involved. He basically started a RICO conspiracy against me. And there were 2 that really wanted to kill me by the age of 17. They tried a couple times. They failed. I was almost abducted by Gary twice. It's a whole big thing. I'm trying to write a book about it right now.
So was he actively looking for you after realized that you had witnessed him?
Yes.
Did anybody go to the cops? Like, did your parents tell the cops?
They don't care. When I went home, I said a man was chasing me through the woods, Mom, but she said, did he do anything? And I said, no. And I took a nap, and then I realized when I woke up, she hadn't called the police, and I figured he was gone. But I didn't really think that what I hit were people. I was thinking that those had to be animals, but They were people. And then what Gary did was he ended up going back to the ravine and uncovering all the bodies and throwing them in the Green River. I was the main catalyst for why all the bodies ended up in the Green River in the first place. I know where they originally rested.
Jesus Christ!
I went to my city council this last year. They don't care. I went to the police. They don't care. No one wants to re-dignify the ladies. They just want to bury it. So I'm trying to write a book. Gary stalked me. All the movies and all the quotes that Dave Reichardt puts out there and all the quotes that his nieces put out there about him wearing a strange costume they were actually nights where Gary was stalking me. He stalked me all the way through high school.
Jesus Christ, man.
He never wasted a Friday night. Yeah. His Friday nights, I was his biggest target. I was the one he wanted to kill the most and have my corpse and do what he wanted to with it.
Damn. Jesus.
Yeah, he was a psycho. He was incredibly possessive about the bodies, and I can only imagine what he would have done if I would have gotten in the truck with him the day he tried to pick me up after I missed the church bus that day.
Damn. Good God, man.
Well, there's a story for
you. Wow. I did not expect that.
No, I did not either. What do you wish you'd never come in physical contact with? 206-803-ROCK.
The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Taya Garf hitting the links one more time this year. The KISW Miles Montgomery Golf Classic, presented by Pinky's Plumbing. That's going down Monday, June 8th at Redmond Ridge Golf Club.
Redmond Ridge.
So we understand there's only a handful of foursomes that remain.
Correct.
So if you want to get in there, jump in on the action and the fun to be had at KISW.com. Get your friends together, put together a foursome, and come out there and try to win those tickets to see Guns N' Roses and the Black Crowes in Vancouver, British Columbia on August the 29th. That includes your hotel rooms, your Amtrak ticket, the whole deal. So hopefully you can get out there. And we had a blast last year.
It was a good time, man.
Hopefully,
the weather was perfect.
That was a fact. Mike, I know you put the video up of the guy who hit the hole-in-one off of the toilet.
Correct.
Which will never happen again, by the way.
No, there's no chance.
It wasn't supposed to happen the first time.
But, do you think people are going to want to try that now? Like, hey, man, where's the toilet hole specifically to try to do that?
One of the coolest things that I heard from people that I knew who were out there was they said, we heard this giant roar.
Oh, yeah.
What happened? And I was like, I think a guy hit a hole-in-one. And that's all. And you guys were over there.
Yeah, we were on the hole
beside me.
Well, we were kind of.
But I didn't really
I don't know if this was legal, but nobody would hit it off the toilet. So eventually I just said, screw it. You could take a whack from the toilet. You could play it. But if it sucks, take another one.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Right. I was like, Thrill and I could just abbreviate the rules a little bit.
And
then
he swung at it like 3 times before he actually made contact with the ball.
Yeah, a couple guys in the first foursome tried, and we're like, oh, this sucks. And that was the second foursome. We were like, go ahead, take a whack at it. And he hit it.
Damn.
It was that simple.
That ball did not go more than 3 feet off the ground and just disappeared in the hole. And we're like, you have got to be kidding me.
Reserve your foursome now at KISW.com and join us up at Redmond Ridge Golf Club. Our question, what do you wish you'd never come in physical contact with? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Andy. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola.
Well, one morning my kids kept saying they kept hearing meowing in the garage, and I'm going, no, it's not possible. We don't have a cat. He says, no, we're hearing it. So sure enough, I spotted it one night. So the next night I let out some food. Yep, it disappeared. Sure enough, it was holed up in our garage. It's a feral cat from the neighborhood. So I went to the freight tool company and got a live animal trap. Don't ever get one of them. Trapped the cat, went back out to get the trap, and when I got out there, the cat freaked out and started pushing itself out the back of the cage. Well, me being very smart said, well, I'll just grab the cat and stop it. Bit the living crap out of me. 7 o'clock in the morning. By 7:30, I'm at the emergency room at my local place getting rabies shots. And let me tell you, rabies shots aren't any fun because they're given by weight. And I'm a little petite guy at 270, so I got a buttload of that stuff.
That's a pretty big needle, right? And it's multiple shots.
It's multiple shots. They give them to you not only where you were bitten, but that day I had 9 shots in my arms.
Gee, just from the bites and the scratches?
Yeah, because they gave me a tetanus shot because I hadn't had one in 4 years. They gave me a penicillin shot, They gave me a non-narcotic pain shot because I drove myself there. And then they gave me 5 rabies shots in my arms. And then they also give them to you where you're bitten. And if you've never had an injection in your finger, please pray you don't.
That sounds awful.
It's almost as painful as kidney stones, which I've had.
Wow. So you put it up there with kidney stones.
So what happened to the cat? Did the cat just run away?
Well, unfortunately, my family found out that the cat was still there, and they ended up taking it to the Humane Society.
They were able to trap it, back in that trap?
Well, no, I got a hold of it, and I finally got somebody to come downstairs after all of my caterwauling, and we dropped it in a pillowcase. And as soon as
Hold on.
Once again,
He almost got it.
colors, here are the 7 words you can't say
I don't
on
think
the
he
radio.
added the T.
Sucker, mother, and please keep those words in mind when calling. Now back to the program.
So they got it in the pillowcase and took it to the Humane Society, and that was it.
Yeah, but we took it to the Humane Society, and they go, oh, well, okay, so we'll spay it, and then we'll bring it back and release it in the neighborhood. I had to call them and said, no, don't put that back in the neighborhood because it'll try and get back in that warm garage it was holed up in, and I don't want to find it again. It doesn't want me to find it again.
Clearly.
No. Wow, that's terrible.
Yeah, I know they used to give the rabies shot in your butt because my brother, like I said, when he was delivering papers as a kid, every dog in the neighborhood wanted to kill him, do not know why, and a couple of them managed to get to him and bit him, and they always do the precautionary rabies shot, and he said, at least, and this was in the 70s, so it was a very large needle. It just went in the butt, never the arm, but it was such a sore spot for him that we'd sit down for dinner, and he's standing at the table, and he never got mad much, but I couldn't help but giggle when I was a kid, right, because everyone sat down for dinner, and he's standing there trying to eat his food, and I just thought it was hilarious. And
There's got to be some kind of scientific study about your brother and dogs.
I told now
is it a pheromone thing?
It has to be. My current dog, who is bat ass crazy, does not mind him. All right, but one of the first dogs that I had after I moved out, this big ass Belgian Shepherd, and we literally took this dog to the vet because in 2 years I never heard the dog bark. So I don't know if there's a real cool dog, real chill, real sweet, but never barked. The vet did this battery test and said, look, I don't know this for a fact, but it just seems to me your dog doesn't care, right? There's nothing to bark. Didn't bark. You could knock on the door, nothing. So my brother's going to help me move. I lived on the 3rd floor of this building. My brother is at the front door outside downstairs. My dog started freaking out. I mean, it's the first time I heard my dog growl, first time I'd heard my dog bark. My brother hadn't even rung the doorbell yet. So then I hear the doorbell ring, open the window, look down, it's my brother. And I'm like, dude, I got to put my dog away. Because I've had this dog for 2 years. It has never barked. And my dog is losing its mind like it wants to kill you. So we put my dog in the back bedroom, right? And there's a little gap under the door. And you can see it just going back and forth, slamming into the door while my brother's helping me move stuff. And I'm like, bro, I don't know what it is with you, but like this dog has not barked. He's like, oh, come on, man. I'm like, Adrian, honest to God, this dog has not barked in 2 years. And now it will not shut up for the entire time you've been there. And when he finally left, the dog was calm again.
Jesus.
I don't know.
That is so weird.
It is really weird. But then, so when he came to visit us last time, I'm like, oh, man, my dog's going to freak out. Nothing. She was dead cool with him. And he was even kind of nervous to walk in the house because his experience with dogs has never been positive. Right? My dog, this one, who is, Ted, you know, right?
Yeah.
If you don't know her, she would terrify. Dead cool with him.
Huh.
Go figure. This is the only dog
Maybe
I've
he
ever
got
seen.
it out of his system.
I guess. I don't know, man. But I mean, like, every dog that sees my brother wants to
Whatever, it's
kill
like
him.
a bee thing.
What do you mean?
Isn't that the thing? Like if a bee stings you, like it gives off a scent, and the other bees are like, "Ooh, maybe I should sting them too."
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe after you got bit by the first dog,
The first dog that ever bit
like
him.
the other dog's just like, "Oh, he's biteable."
What do you wish you'd never come in physical contact with? 206-803-ROCK.
Like if you said somebody at the local you got in a physical fight with.
Yeah.
Like I think naturally, if I saw that person, I'd be like, all right.
Yeah, I don't like this guy for whatever.
Right, or
reason.
like, yeah.
So you said the first dog that bit my brother, he established that my brother is now,
all the other dogs.
he is the enemy of all dogs.
Yeah. Screw him.
Hello, Mark. Welcome to the men's room.
Hi.
Hola.
Hola. So,
Yes,
I
sir.
came in contact with a snowplow blade.
Ooh. How did that happen?
Well, I was visiting my girlfriend, and I went down to tell her to come on up from the car, and I was running in the parking lot in Massachusetts, and there was I thought it was I thought it was an open parking space. It was dark. It was raining, and the light in that area was burnt out. And I went to cut through the parking space. There was a snowplow blade and a grass cutter attachment. And I tripped on the grass cutter attachment and went mouth first into the top of the snowplow blade.
Oh, mouth first?
I took out 6 teeth and tore both sides of my mouth, and my chin had a cut that went right through.
Jesus. How many stitches was that?
I have no idea. It was too many to count. So I started playing trumpet in clubs when I was 16 with the adults. I was the top trumpeter in the band. I was playing first trumpet, and it just knocked that whole career off course.
Oh, I bet it did. If you took a blade to the mouth.
I mean, what does your face look like now, man? I mean, like, if I looked at you, would I know that something happened?
No, I have a scar on my chin that's visible.
And that's it?
Yeah.
Now, can you play the trumpet now? If you broke out the trumpet, could you play that thing?
Yeah, I still play it, but not like to the caliber I was at.
Yeah, well, sure.
Yeah, when you take a
snowplow blade to the face.
Jesus.
Wow, man.
What do you wish you'd never come in physical contact with? 206-803-ROCK.
Yeah, and I was like, God, that's brutal.
That is brutal. It's a long way to get there, but
just slow.
Yeah, takes time. Take its time. But hello, Mike. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola!
Hola!
Hey, so I was in Hawaii, and we went on this catamaran, and we got to go snorkeling in this little cove. And the dive guy on the boat says, "Hey, we're going to give you these little bags of frozen corn, and you can open them up under the water, and all the fish will come around. They'll eat the corn."
I wonder who discovered that fish like corn.
And yeah,
I was like, "Hey, that's cool. You know, it sounds fun." So I did it the first time, and I barely got a little bit of fish. So I snuck around to where they were keeping all the corn, and I grabbed like 7 or 8 bags of this stuff. And I got down to where I was under the water a little bit. I ripped open all these bags of corn, and I've got this frenzy of fish all around me. And I ended up with a barracuda that came right at my face and literally smashed into my mask and cracked my mask.
Damn.
And that was it for me, man. I'm out of the water. I don't deal with barracuda.
That thing had to be flying too. They
How
swim
big do
fast.
they get?
They get to be about 4 to 5 feet long.
Are they that big?
Well, the ones in the Caribbean are, because I've seen them. Like you see little
Come
dots,
on!
you see little dots coming at
big.
you, and then when they turn, you just see the flash.
Right.
Because they typically swim on top of the water.
Yeah, they're super fast. I know that. So that thing hit you in the face and cracked your mask.
Yeah, the barracuda did.
I was
the dive guy even said, "Yeah, that was the barracuda, dude."
I was
like, "Are you kidding me? I'm out of here."
I'm pretty sure I was at that same location. That's kind of like the Half Moon Island that guards the lagoon.
Yeah, it's called Molokini.
Yeah,
I've been there. So when I was snorkeling there was this baby shark underneath me, and everywhere I go, it was just it kind of just trailed me, but it was underneath me.
How big was it?
It was probably 2 to 3 feet long.
All right.
But I just kept thinking to myself, like, when do these things separate from their parents? Like, that was the only thought in my head.
That'd be my only thought.
Because, you know, whenever you're with a juvenile of any kind of animal, there's going to be a parent there protecting that animal.
I feel like sharks are pretty quick.
Well, but I just wonder, is mom nearby? Is dad around?
I don't know if
I don't think, for some reason, I feel like sharks are one of those animals that, like, you give birth and it's like, figure it out.
Well, another thing is those damn those sea turtles, they swim right up to you. You're not supposed to touch those things.
Right.
But, I mean, with the waves and everything else, I mean, like...
You can't not.
Didn't you hit one? They get close to you. They try to bump into you.
Did you hit one or something like that?
No, but I actually landed on one at one point.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that was it. That was when I was surfing. I just belly flopped into one.
And you landed on top of the turtle.
Yeah, and then I saw him like swim away real fast. I was like, "Hey man, you all right, buddy?" And he's like, okay. So, but I didn't mean to touch the damn thing.
Right.
I didn't know where he was.
You good, bro?
Yeah, exactly. Like all I know is like Lilo and Stitch, or I don't know, Finding Nemo. Like, bro, you okay? Because weren't they stoned in Finding Nemo?
Yeah.
We don't know that he was stoned.
They were stoned.
But
what
he
else
seemed
was he?
very high.
Stoned.
Yeah.
Stoned.
Well, it's funny because the kids loved him. And the kids, oh, dude, Crush, I think that was the name, something like that. And I'm like, he's the stoner, but like little kids are like, he's such a great character. I'm like, he's high on drugs. Like, yeah. I know this, your mom knows.
Look at
this.
his eyes.
We're not going to tell you that, but like, that's why you like the dude.
There used to be a whole exhibit at Disney World that was like that, like about that movie. You go in there and there's one place where it looks like a tank, and like he's in there swimming, but they have, there's cameras and stuff.
All right.
So the turtle, what's his name?
Crush, I believe.
Crush, yeah. Like he talks to the kids in there, and they go crazy.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you're talking to the stone dude.
Yeah.
Righteous. I mean, look, I liked him too, but also I'm like,
but you get it.
I'm an adult.
Look how high he is.
Yeah, there is for mine.
Absolutely. He is completely stoned. I don't know if he's into sativas or indicas or what.
And whatever you got. I get the feeling he's cool.
What do you wish you'd never come in physical contact with? 206-803-ROCK.
I've heard a few people mention it's a little bit easier to parent, maybe if you smoked a little weed as opposed to other stuff.
Mm-hmm. It helps, especially when your kids are like 3, 4 years old, right? Because they get into everything. They're starting to develop an attitude. They push back. And everything the kids do is stupid. It just is, but... No matter how stupid it is, it's still your problem. The things they get themselves. We flooded our house because they played hide and go seek, and they knocked the hose out of the back of the washer. We did not know that until we washed clothes and realized we had flooded our home because that's what they did. And they did that because they're stupid. Now, you could be angry about it because, your house flooded, or you can get stoned and just kind of say, you know what? Let's just get the water up. We'll let it go. It wasn't on purpose. But, I mean, that's the situation all the time. My daughter... Mm-hmm. She had a couple of friends over, probably 5 or 6 of them. They're down in the basement. I can hear them laughing. They're playing. It's cool. I'm happy about this. My daughter comes upstairs and asks for, quote, another bag of glitter. I'm like, what are you doing? So I go downstairs. So they had confetti and glitter. And basically they opened all of these bags. I don't know why we had it in the first place, but we did. And you've seen my basement, right?
Yeah.
So the one half, this is about 900 square feet. The entire floor had to be 3 inches deep of confetti and glitter. And I thought I was going to... And they were down there. They were kind of sitting in it. And they're throwing it up in the air.
How old are they at this point?
Maybe 6. I mean, they're at the age where you're going to do... But I did... And so my wife, I don't know if she was at work or whatever, but she was not home at the time. And I'm like, you have got to be effing kidding me. So I told her, hey, guys, you got to stop doing that. And they were cool with that. Went outside, smoked a little weed, got stoned, right, to keep my blood pressure normal. And I didn't clean it until my wife got home. I said, I want you to see how much is down there because you're going to think I'm exaggerating. There is no hyperbole. I said, just go down to the basement and tell me what you see. And I'd like, oh, my effing God. I go, right. So I was like, this is my bad. I was not paying attention. They weren't trying to be bad, but that's the thing kids do. So, yeah, a little smoke goes a long way.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, I remember being a kid and found a hatchet, trying to use it on a aerosol can. Thank God.
God.
Jesus, man.
Thank God.
Jesus, dude.
It was like a dull hatchet, right? Like, as a kid, I was like, oh, we got to see what happens here.
So, I mean, it's all stupid. But
yeah, that's
what
you're saying. That, like, yeah, kids are just dumb.
I mean, there's dumb, but they do stuff, man. You got to deal with it. So it's like, yeah, just being a little high is like, okay.
What do you wish you'd never come in physical contact with? 206-803-ROCK.
From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
10 songs where a cover became the band's biggest hit, coming up at 4:30 as we sit and spin. In the meantime, our question, what do you wish you'd never come in physical contact with? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Marty. Welcome to the men's room.
Flicker and whores.
Flicker and whores.
I love it. Your guy comes on and says, don't curse. And I'm like, okay, I'll try. And then I start listening to you guys. you guys are evil geniuses because you've learned a way around FAA rules and you guys curse. I hear it in my head, but I just wondered, do you do that at home too? Like when you go to your families, do you spell stuff out?
No, look, man, it basically, everyone on this show cusses plenty, but once the mic light's on, I can't explain it. Your brain switches to...
It's the same way if you're in a room full of kids, you just kind of shut it off.
Mm-hmm. Most people, yes.
Yeah. Most people do.
Sometimes
people. You have to remind people.
Mm-hmm. Like the little kids, yeah.
I've got two Molokini stories real quick. The first one, we're doing the snorkeling thing. You go out on the catamaran, you snorkel, then you take the cruise and drink, and literally we jump in snorkeling. I'm like trying to feed these fish with a bag of food. It's not working. I'm just glad there wasn't a barracuda in this story, but basically I stick the food in the waistband of my swimming suit and it rips. And so all of the food is coming out right down in the nether region. And I get that swarm of fish the guy's talking about, but they're like all up in me. Like, they're up both pant legs. I had little tiny bite marks all over the nether regions. It was not good.
How long were you trying to get all these fish out of your nethers, bro?
I was screaming underwater. It's like I was that saying I was screaming on the inside. I'm like screaming underwater, and I'm trying to get out and get them out of my pants. But they literally until the food was gone, right? Or the sack was gone. I don't know. I mean, they stayed up in there way longer than they should.
See, when I did that thing, they did not give us a bag of food. That was not part of the program. Thank God.
Yeah, the second one, we were diving off the backside of Molokini, and our dive master always had this. Sorry, I'm picking up my wife. We're going to look at a storage unit. Just a second. So anyway, the guy would always put a shrimp in his mouth for this one moray eel, and hi baby, and when the moray eel would come out and take the shrimp out of his mouth. In this case, the moray eel came out and started as his ears and went back and tried to eat the shrimp. So it basically fillet a fish of face, right? And so
those things have the most scariest set of jaws and teeth of anything that's that size in the ocean, other than like a barracuda.
We saw barracudas. We've seen, the big moray eels. One trunk came out and tried to bite my fin. Those things are spooky.
Yeah, they're big. They're huge and green. The ones I've seen.
Yes. Yeah, I had yellow fins, and it was a green. Maybe it was a green moray, right? My wife just jumped in. Anyway, I love you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. Rock on.
Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate it. What do you wish you'd never come in physical contact with? 206-803-ROCK.
Like I said, the fish were up in me.
This question is taking a lot of twists and turns today.
From Gary Ridgway to fish biting your nether regions.
Yeah.
That is. Look, man, as soon as he said he put the food in his waistband, I'm like, that is the worst place to put food if you're going to be in the ocean. God almighty, man. Hello, Catherine. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores, gentlemen.
Liquor and whores.
I am going to preemptively apologize to any squeamish listeners. This is not a fun one. I worked adjacent to a coroner doing basically autopsy work, and I actually cut into deceased people. And we had a newbie trainee person, and I was demonstrating something. I was cutting with a scalpel, and the scalpel kind of got stuck on something. And so she went, I'll help move the limb. That can, that'll help you out. She just goes and does it as I'm freeing my scalpel. And again, this scalpel is in a dead person, and the scalpel breaks free and slices into my hand.
Oh, Jesus.
And I have a scar from it. It's not a massive scar, but it cut so deep that you could see the little bubbles of fat under the skin. You could see the muscle. I took pictures. It was rad. Didn't feel good, but it was kind of cool. And then I stitched my own hand up.
You did? Wow. And just kept working?
I did it when I got home. I wrapped it a bunch to keep working, but I did not feel like going to the emergency room and getting charged $5,000.
Did you think it was too deep for super glue?
Yeah, no, definitely. And I didn't have access to that, but I do have a stitch kit.
How many dead bodies do you think you've cut into?
200, 250, probably in that range.
Have you ever hit a tumor?
Well, I found all kinds of interesting things. I've found like really swollen lymph nodes where the person almost certainly had like some kind of cancer. I have also seen that, this is not a disease, but it's real neat. I don't know if you've heard that if you've got tattoos, that ink that gets kind of absorbed by the body, it can live in the lymph nodes. So I have seen lymph nodes all over the body that are like stained and colored with tattoo ink.
Huh.
I'll be damned.
Well, if you cut me open, there's a strong chance that it's gonna, just wait for me to die first. What's the weirdest thing you've seen? You cut someone open and just like, I did not expect to see that.
Okay. This is another terrible thing. Doing the autopsy, something got pulled on in the nether regions, and a gentleman's testicles, like the actual internal testicles, popped up and out of the scrotum.
Oh, God. Jeez.
Well, at least he was dead and didn't have to feel that.
Wow.
He didn't feel it. So, there's some solace in that. And in case you gentlemen were curious, the testicles are pure white. They are very squishy. They look almost pristine. They don't look like you would think they might from what they look like on the outside.
Good. Are they white? Then they must look better on the inside. There's no such thing as attractive testicles.
Were they white because he was dead, or are they white right now on me?
It's kind of a little bit of both. I think they might be a bit more pinkish on a living person.
Right.
But it was like this very, very pure white membrane that surrounded them. And this person had not been like drained of blood or preserved or anything. Right. There's going to be some settling. But yeah, I was shocked because I'd never actually seen the inside of them, and they looked crazy.
How about breast implants?
Oh, yeah. I have seen, it's not as common as I thought because it's largely older folks, I will say, that I do this on, but I have seen a few breast implants. I've seen actually more like penile implants.
Really?
So that's really interesting seeing how those work.
What exactly is, breast implant, it's like the saline bag, essentially, or the jelly bag, but what is the penile implant made of?
It's like metal, like very, thin, like metal springs that can expand and compress.
God.
There are different types of them, but they do implant basically kind of this. Again, it's a softer metal. It can bend. There's like a bendy tube.
How do you initiate it? Is there a button on it?
There's an implanted pump. They put like a little pump like in the thigh or in the lower abdomen, and you just literally press on that pump that's just under your skin to inflate it, so to speak.
Wow. All right. That's one way to get rid of whiskey, D. Wow. Give me 1 second, baby. There we go. I'm all good.
Tom Brady's is a little deflated, but
his little.
How about that, Steve? You got white testicles.
I know. That was my thought. What she's saying. I'm like, I had no idea.
That's why there's a small
black man, white testicles. Yeah.
What do you wish you'd never come in physical contact with? 206-803-ROCK.
That'd be funny if they were white on the outside.
Right.
Just saying.
If they get like a skin graft, right?
Yeah, right.
You need a skin graft. Ted is nice enough to. Here you go, man.
I got you. Just hanging around with a White Crown Royal bag.
Yeah,
right.
basically. Yeah. Skins from Ted. Thank you, man. Not an organ donor.
Hey, I'll give you some skin, but you're not putting those toes
Now
on
I'm
my
just
armpit.
picturing.
That would just seem wild.
I would be huge on OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I absolutely would be like, dude, what do you do with white testicles? Like, I'm on OnlyFans.
You're killing it.
I think we'd make you show them off.
I wouldn't be able to help myself. Like, look, I'm going to show you my testicles, and I know what you're thinking. You don't want to see them. I promise you, you want to see these.
I'll tell you about my buddy Jeff, who lives in North Carolina. I've told the story a number of times. Now it's officially coming to light as more people are being exposed to this. A meat allergy that starts with a tick bite is no longer a medical oddity, they say. And doctors are now tying it to many deaths across the country. New York Times reports on the rapid spread of the alpha-gal syndrome. That's an allergy triggered by the Lone Star tick that can take or make people have reactions hours after eating beef, pork, or other mammal products.
On the Lone Star tick.
As well as see reactions to certain drugs and medical materials derived from animal tissue. What's behind it? The tick saliva features a sugar molecule, which when administered via a tick bite, can spur a person's immune system to go into overdrive. That means that the next time that individual encounters alpha-gal, which is also found in the tissue of various mammal meat that we eat, an allergic reaction can ensue. That reaction which the Mayo Clinic notes typically takes place from 2 to 6 hours after eating the product, can entail hives, itchy skin, face swelling, shortness of breath, wheezing, diarrhea, and vomiting. The most severe cases...
Was there a comma between wheezing and diarrhea? Yeah. Or is this a new thing? Oh, I got wheezing diarrhea.
Most severe cases have arisen after suspected allergic reactions after a hamburger. They say beef tacos, even heart surgery.
Jesus.
So far, there have only been a handful of fatalities. The CDC estimates up to 450,000 Americans may have had the condition from 2010 to 2022.
You'll know if you have wheezing diarrhea.
With a hot spot stretching from Long Island, Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, and the Ozarks. He was in North Carolina when he got there. Right. New research suggests a sizable share of people in some states carry alpha-gal antibodies, raising questions about links to gut issues, heart disease, and all that other stuff.
So you got to be careful what you eat then. But you won't know. I guess you don't know until you eat it and then have the reaction.
What's he miss the most?
Most of the time, you know what? I don't know. Because by the time I met up with him in Chicago, he had been diagnosed for about 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
And he was strictly on a chicken, fish diet for the most part as far as his meat.
All right.
And he just said he kind of learned to like chicken and fish.
There's a lot of things you could... But the thing with the tick bite is, right, you don't know if you have this alpha-gal syndrome until you eat one of these mammal foods, right? Then you have the reaction. But sometimes you know damn well what you're about to eat is going to take you down, right? So I told you my son and a couple of his chucklehead friends did the one chip challenge. He actually did not do it, but 3 or 4 of his friends did. And he's like, look, man, after they took a bite of this chip and I watched them go down in flames, look, they instantly regretted it. And he's pretty good about, like, I don't want to do that then. And then, like I said, the father that encouraged them to do it, his kid was puking and all the rest of this, so they all wanted milk, right, to kind of coat everything. Well, his kid is also lactose intolerant. So he's like, my kid is puking one side in pain and just wheezing diarrhea on the other side. So that said, all right, have you heard of Houston, Texas hot chicken?
Isn't that the one that just opened?
Yeah, they just opened. All right, so they say the chain just opened.
I want to say it opened in
Seattle on March 28th. And it drew crowds for the $1,000 Houston We Have a Problem Spice Challenge. Okay? So, again, I'm instantly out. I did that once with wasabi.
I won't even eat Nashville hot chicken. It's just too much.
I'm with you.
So, first-time customers, you can win $1,000. So, the challenge requires you have to sign a waiver. Now, if I'm going to eat something and have to sign a waiver, I already don't want to eat it. But you got to sign a waiver, and you eat 3 of their spicy tenders, followed by a 3-minute cool-down period without any kind of drink. And apparently an S-ton of people
went in there
to do this. Yeah, they posted a video. At least one guy won the money. I did see that, but it doesn't look like it's worth it.
No.
I mean, people were in tears. There's snot coming out of their nose. And look, I know people get down doing that kind of stuff. I'm just not one of them because you will always regret it.
Well, back to the tick thing. It was very hard to diagnose Lyme disease.
Yeah.
So this was even harder to diagnose. So it took a long time for doctors to figure out what the hell was wrong with my buddy Jeff. Like, it took forever. Like, they tested him for everything, like allergies.
Never thinking it's a tick bite.
All these different things, not knowing it came from that. So the question is, would you rather get bit by a tick and have these types of problems or get bit by a rattlesnake?
Okay. For me, I know this story, but for me personally, I'm going to take the rattlesnake. And it's only because when I was a kid, we lived in Denver, it was a new housing development that they built essentially in a prairie. And there's a lot of construction, not a lot of finished houses. There are rattlesnakes everywhere. And because we were kids, the drills at school that they taught us about if you get bitten by a rattlesnake, which a couple kids did, but what to do. So for whatever, like, I don't want to be bitten by a rattlesnake. You just seem to be more
comfortable with it.
I'm much more comfortable with it. But to give you an idea, again, we'd get to school a little bit early. You'd play in the playground. It's elementary school. But when you got there, Miss Seth was her name. She's kind of like the recess lady, for lack of a better term. She prevented us all from going to the playground until the snake wranglers went through the sandbox.
And made sure they're not in there. Yeah,
and the guy always said the same thing. Well, I think that's all of them. And as soon as he gave the all clear, we would go play. So, like, I don't know, just growing up in that environment, they didn't bother me. And I saw plenty. I don't want to be bitten, but given the choice between take your chance with a tick or a rattlesnake, I'm taking a rattlesnake every single time.
I think the problem with your buddy, too, is, like, he just can't have it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, even, like I love chicken. I love fish. But if somebody said you can never have beef again, I think I'd be like, oh my God, I got to have a burger.
I want a burger.
Or
Well, the problem is, you don't, with the rattlesnake bit me. I understand what my situation is, right? I need to go to the hospital. That's the long and short of it. Tick bites you. You might not even know that it bit you, and then we're hunkering down on some burgers. Next thing you know, you're going into anaphylactic shock or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. With the rattlesnake, it's a one-time deal. It bit you. It is done, assuming you get medical help. The tick, for the rest of your freaking life, this thing has wiped out half of what you're going to eat.
For some reason, the sandbox.
And ticks will get on you, and you don't even know.
No, that's what I mean. Somebody else normally finds it. Like, I found the one on my daughter. She would have never even known it was behind her.
But no one says, oh, dude, there's a rattlesnake biting you. I
think the sandbox is one of the most, it's just this picture I have in my head. But if you're a kid playing in a sandbox, there was a family who moved in. The kid was probably 4 or 5 years old. I was 13, 14 years old.
All right.
But their school got out earlier than ours did, just based on the fact that, young kids don't go as long.
Sure.
I would see him every day walking home. He was by himself. He was playing in the sandbox. He had one bucket and one shovel, and he was just throwing sand up in the air, putting it in the bucket, pouring the bucket out. And for whatever reason, I felt so bad for that. It just to me was like the worst toy ever. I just thought the sandbox sucked. Because every time, yes, because you're not at the beach, you're not at the lake, you're just in a box of sand. Like the kind that they throw in an infield. You want to go sit in the sand? Go to a Little League baseball.
When you put it like that, yeah.
It's just a box of sand. It's not a pool. It's nothing. It's just sand. And he's just in there digging sand. I just thought, man, golly, I hope he finds a friend. Someone who he can play with and just do anything else other than
kid just sitting in a box of
sand, man.
Yeah, but he's digging around.
You buy sand at Home Depot and just throw it in a thing with 2x6s.
Right.
That's it. Yeah, you can take your Tonka trunk through it. Yeah. You can't make a sandcastle because the sand's got to be wet. So all these things, you know what I mean? He's just in there just digging in the sand. I felt so bad for him.
That's just pathetic.
You're so lonely. Things are so bad. You just sit in a box full of sand and shovel it, and then put it in a bucket and dump it out. God, that sucks. You don't got any better toys. Right. Nothing. You don't have anything in your house that occupies your time better.
You just sit in a box of sand.
Sitting in a box of sand. Almost sounds like you did something wrong. Oh, you're in trouble. Get in the sandbox.
Go sit in that box.
Don't ever do that again. Here's the bucket. Here's the shovel. Go to the box. His head was down all the time. He's digging.
We didn't have a sandbox. I think I was digging in my backyard constantly.
Really?
Well, make a mud pie.
Oh, my parents would kill me if I did that.
Oh yeah, that and what was I gonna say? I used to put on.
Almost sounds worse.
Yeah, it's
not even in a sandbox. You're just in the yard digging up mud.
Yeah, or I would put on camouflage and crawl around like I was having a war out there.
I mean, but at least that I go, all right. You're kind of using your head a little bit. You're imagining a scenario. But just digging mud,
I'll never forget that. He was always in there every day after school.
Maybe he liked it.
He didn't look like he was having a lot of fun, man. It looked like he was lonely. He was new to the neighborhood.
Why didn't you act like a big brother for the guy?
Right, why'd you go play with him?
Look, there's basketball courts around the neighborhood. There's tennis courts around the neighborhood.
Did you invite him?
I was 13 or 14. He was 4 or 5 years old.
So the answer is no.
This is a kid that
you felt bad for him, but you wouldn't help him.
I'd say hi to him. He wouldn't say anything back. He was
really
too busy digging sand. It's I don't know.
You didn't teach him how to make a castle.
If you go to the beach, it makes sense. I get it. Kids are going to play in the sand,
and it's a beach.
I understand. You're at the beach. You're having a good time, not sitting in your yard in a box that the family made before they bought the house, and now you're in there this is the greatest thing in the world. Just Jesus, man. It's a box of sand. It's
bury some treasures out there for him.
That sucks. Right. I can't.
Box of sand, kid. It's not that exciting.
There's so much stuff you could be doing. You got a swing set. They had a swing set.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the family that lived before they bought this house.
Yeah, but I always wanted a swing set when I was a kid.
Swing set in the backyard, and a sand pit, all the things, that dad builds for the kids. Puts in the backyard. They had a trampoline.
I mean, he had to be having
fun. He had a trampoline?
No, he didn't have a trampoline. The family before that had a trampoline. I think they took the trampoline with him.
But I mean, he was choosing to go in there.
He was. Just never was smiling or anything.
That was his wonderland.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, I feel like if he was sitting there smiling.
I wonder what he's up to now.
I would think that's worse. I think
really?
It's like the Joker.
I just want to give him a hug. You okay, man?
Yeah, I did.
I remember when you were a kid, you just sat there and dug in the sandbox.
No, he still doesn't.
Yeah, he's still there, man.
Sit and Spin coming up. 10 songs where a cover became the band's biggest hit. And we've got your emails on the way next from the men's room at KISW.com.
At Marathon gas stations, every stop is the start of fun. Like the awesome fuel savings you can get with Marathon Rewards. Join Marathon Rewards today and start earning rewards on every gallon of gas. You can redeem rewards at any time, saving up to $1 per gallon. And don't forget, Marathon stations are packed with all the conveniences you need to stock up and live life on the go. Marathon, where fun runs on full. Available at participating Marathon locations. Terms and conditions apply. See marathonrewards.com for details.
I'm Spencer, and I work at United Healthcare.
So, Spencer, why do you care?
I care because my daughter, Adeline, has special needs. I am motivated by Adeline, who inspires me every day. I am driven to help families like mine navigate the healthcare system. I'm so blessed to lead an amazing team at United Healthcare focusing on the member experience and making that better. I'm Spencer, and I'm committed to care.
It's Tiki Barber with 2 words any business owner wants to hear: extra income. Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for ambitious business owners in your area to assist with local deliveries. You get paid for each package delivered. Amazon Hub Delivery has no startup costs, no long-term contracts, and no delivery experience required. If you're a local business ready to assist with Amazon deliveries, sign up today at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Sit and Spin on the way. We got 10 songs where a cover became the band's biggest hit. But first, time for a few emails from the men's room at KISW.com. Had a couple of on our question form today. What do you wish you'd never come in physical contact with? Guys, geese, by the way, are fully protected under the Migratory Bird Act. If it's a bird and it migrates, you can't touch or even cause stress to said bird.
No, I understand that. I'm just saying, I don't know, the goose attacks me because they can be bastards, right? So this thing, I don't know, keeps pecking at you. Like, if you're defending yourself, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You kick the thing away. Like, am I in trouble if I'm defending myself from it?
That seems like you would be.
If you get caught.
If you get caught.
That's the thing that's different.
What's that?
But is it? I mean, would you still get in trouble?
That's what I'm kind of with Thrill. Like, if it's attacking me or attacking somebody I know, like.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, crows are technically migratory. They're local, but they travel distances.
They do.
But just daily. That doesn't count.
Where do they go? Where's the...
Well, that's the thing.
Now they're going to Redmond, I think.
They were at Bothell forever, and they've moved.
Really?
They're not really positive why they moved.
All of them.
That's such a weird thing.
They decided to hell with this place.
So wait a minute.
Maybe it was the HOAs.
Like, they all go to that spot, but when they leave in the morning or whenever they leave, they have their neighborhoods.
Right. Mm-hmm. So for years, they would, at the end of the evening, you'd always see, especially downtown or in the city, you'd always see them flying north.
Yeah.
Because they were going to UW Bothell's campus. And there's
I'm glad
wetlands
they study. Yeah.
in there or something they loved. But then there's been some construction, this and that. They think maybe they just outgrew the habitat. There's also other birds that have shown up, so maybe they're tired of them. I don't know. It's a mystery.
I know. It's weird, man. Yep. It's such a weird thing.
Guys, I work for an industrial repair shop, and we have a customer that brings us hydraulic cylinders from a crematorium. Well, one day he brings in a cylinder covered in goo, plops it in my hands before telling me the cylinder was used on a table that the bodies would go on before they went into the furnace. I looked at him and said, "Is that?" And before he could finish, he said, "Yep." Then proceeded to say, "It smells like fried chicken." Oh. Unfortunately, it did. And now I have a bad relationship with fried chicken.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, my God. It smells like fried chicken.
Sometimes bad stuff smells good, like gas.
Sure, but
not everybody likes it.
But I don't drink gasoline.
That'd be bad.
Okay. Yeah.
Time for a few birthday requests brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Dip responsibly.
Guys, could you help me wish my husband, Andy, a very happy 40th birthday today? He'd love to hear a couple dad jokes from Miles. It'd be great if Coach Ted could hype him up about how great the Mariners will be this year. Thanks, guys. That's from Kayla and from Elena. For Andy Mack.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go first, Ted? I
Sure.
gotta find my jokes.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. First couple games, not so good. But I'll tell you what, last night for the Mariners was great.
Yeah.
The Yankees are super good. He stood toe-to-toe with them. And Cal Raleigh with a walk-off. Maybe he's getting a little of his mojo back. I don't want to talk too good about the Mariners because they seem to ask the bed, what do we do? But I'm confident in this team this year. They got pitching.
All right, Andy, here you go. Couple dad jokes. Guys, what is the best time of the year to go skydiving? What's the best time of the year to go skydiving?
Summer?
Fall.
fall.
What's the worst thing about having sex in a cemetery? What is the worst thing about having sex in a cemetery?
What?
All the digging. What do you call a Target store that burned to the ground? What do you call a Target store that is burned to the ground?
Target acquired?
Kohl's. Couple more since it's handy. Guys, my friend fell in love with a little person.
Oh, yeah?
He's nuts over her. What sound does a piano falling down a mine shaft make? What sound does a piano falling down a mine shaft make?
A minor one?
A flat minor. And what do rich Americans use to go to the emergency room? What do rich Americans use to go to the emergency room?
An ambulance?
An ambulance, yes. All the gentlemen, today's my pal Stacy's birthday. She is truly a great friend. We've had many excellent adventures together. She's also one of the most resilient people I know. Deserves a massive slab of German chocolate cake and a great bottle of Pinot Noir. Rock on, Stace. She's a Cowboy fan. So could the Dirty Germans please diss Jerry Jones and maybe have Coach Ted provide a little inspiration for her team? Thanks, guys. That from Alex.
Yeah, you don't have to diss Jerry Jones. You just have to watch the Cowboys.
Yeah, he's done a great job of tearing that franchise down all by himself.
Yeah, it is all by himself. No, I'll make all the decisions. It's worked out so well.
Yeah, I'll be the GM.
I know what I'm doing.
You want old Coach Smith to pump you up for the Cowboys? All right, here. You'll be all over the news. You'll be all over SportsCenter. The Cowboys will win a few games at the beginning of the year, and you guys will be like, "Them boys is back." Newsflash, you're not back. You're not coming back. Jerry Jones is in charge. I think that team is cursed, and I laugh every time. Can we stop talking about them?
No, they're going to do it every year. This is the year. Why do you think that? That's my only question. Like, okay, every team has a shot. We understand. Why do you think that this is their year? Because we've been saying it for the last 20 years, and it's not their year.
Them and Oklahoma and college football.
And okay, that's right.
And guys, I love you. A birthday request for our mama Shannon, celebrating 63 rotations since 1963. She's now known as Grammy, with 3 grandkids. Looking for the Germans to spice her up and make her hot with the bedroom sexy-year-old exercise talk as a foxy single lady that needs to start dating again. And for Miles, to remind her how funny single men of her age are with a few encouraging dad jokes. You're the best, Mom. Lots of love. That from Shay.
Yeah, Shay, when I meet your mom, you know I'm going to be a stepfather soon. When she sees this German, I tell you, we're going to be spending many times together.
Yeah, and like a lot of people, when I talk to her in German, I remind her of the war.
Yeah.
Dad jokes. Guys, I haven't spoken to my wife in years.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I thought I'd be rude to interrupt her. My math teacher said that I was just an average student.
Oh, yeah?
I told her that was mean.
All right.
Mean?
Mean average.
Mean average.
What happens when Catwoman kisses Bruce Wayne? What happens when Catwoman kisses Bruce Wayne?
What?
The Dark Knight Rises. Ted, do you know how much a rainbow weighs?
How much?
Not much. It's pretty light.
Okay.
Hey, you'd use that with kids.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys, here you go.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans, brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers.
At Marathon gas stations, every stop is the start of fun, like the awesome fuel savings you can get with Marathon Rewards. Join Marathon Rewards today and start earning rewards on every gallon of gas. You can redeem rewards at any time, saving up to $1 per gallon. And don't forget, Marathon stations are packed with all the conveniences you need to stock up and live life on the go. Marathon, where fun runs on full. Available at participating Marathon locations. Terms and conditions apply. See marathonrewards.com for details.
I'm Brian. I work at United Healthcare.
So, Brian, why do you care?
I care because I don't want to leave anybody behind. I oversee one of the biggest resource centers in United Healthcare. I see people walk in my office every day, just like my parents. They have no idea about the healthcare. I feel like they are my uncles, aunties. I treat these people like family. I'm Brian, and I'm committed to care.
It's Tiki Barber with 2 words any business owner wants to hear. Extra income. Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for ambitious business owners in your area to assist with local deliveries. You get paid for each package delivered. Amazon Hub Delivery has no startup costs, no long-term contracts, and no delivery experience required. If you're a local business ready to assist with Amazon deliveries, sign up today at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
The right window treatments change everything. Your sleep, your privacy, the way every room looks and feels. At Blinds.com, we've spent 30 years making it surprisingly simple to get exactly what your home needs. We've covered over 25 million windows and have 50,000 5-star reviews to prove we deliver. Whether you DIY it or want a pro to handle everything from measure to install, we have you covered. Real design professionals, free samples, zero pressure. Right now, get up to 45% off site-wide, plus get a free professional measure at Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions apply.
Schweinefleisch.
Think about a couple of extra emails here. What do we got? Let's see here. Ola Bacholas, what I got for my parents. I'd like to say that I got my gift of gab, sense of humor, and adventure from my mom. Like her, I have never had a problem striking up a conversation with strangers, making new friends, or going on adventures by myself. In fact, just this last Saturday, I spent the day celebrating the opening of the Sound Transit 2-line Cross Lake extension. Rode from Federal Way up to the ID, had a few beers at Joe's Bar and Grill in Chinatown while playing pool tabs and chatting there with the regulars. Then I jump on the 2-line, rode across Lake Washington to Mercer and back to Seattle before heading back down south. I chatted with strangers about how exciting it was to finally see the train running. After all, I got hired with my company for this project almost 9 years ago. I can only hope to continue my adventures well into old age, just like my mom, who'll be 83 this year, and has several road trips and vacations abroad planned, including Paris. I'm so jealous. Thanks for what you do, and as always, stay beautiful. Oh, I'll see you at the return of the Red Party.
Nice.
On the 11th. That from the Ginger Midget.
Has anybody
I think
taken
she thinks that we mean redheads. Oh, that's specifically why she's going to show up. The return of the red. It's all about her.
Has anybody else taken it yet?
I have not. Across the water, no.
Yeah.
I talked to a guy who did it Sunday. I was talking to him. He's like, took the train. I said, how was it? He's like, it was freaking packed.
Oh,
he just did it to do it, right? And I'm like, oh, how's the view? He's like, I was in a sea of people, so you could barely see out the window, nothing. So everyone had the same idea. Let's ride across. But he said, but from what I heard from people that were sitting down and could look out the window, it was quite beautiful.
It's got to give it a hot minute. It'll
die down.
Guys, I mean, I think it's awesome.
It's great. It's a great connector.
It's the only one across water, I believe, in the world.
No.
Yes,
really?
it is. Yeah.
For real?
Light rail? Yeah, I was positive, yeah.
That was the problem with it, is that they had to figure out how to make it on don't quote me, on a floating bridge or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And that was it. It was the first one on a floating bridge.
Yeah, maybe I'll give it a little bit before I do it.
As far as
because the 90 is a real bridge. I know the 520 is like the longest floating bridge. I want to say one of the longest ones in the world.
But did they make a floating bridge for the light rail?
Oh,
I don't know. know.
Ginger Midget, you worked on it.
Yeah, let us know, man.
Guys, when I was 7, as far as being scared, my brother was 5. We were visiting our great uncle in Indiana. His home was surrounded by cornfields. That's when my brother and I decided we should watch Children of the Corn. Oh. We didn't go outside and play the entire time for the rest of the visit. That from Robert. Subject, Lowenbrow. Hey, guys, years ago, I found a Lowenbrow mug. I kept an eye out for 10 years for the actual beer just so I could actually try it. I didn't get my chance until last fall when I went to France and Germany and was able to go to an actual Lowenbrow restaurant. It was fine. Cheers, guys. That from Lee. Still getting emails about the Burger King thing. Talking
to the CEO?
President, whatever it was.
Has anybody been
to a Burger King since?
I have.
We did, because we did the Burger King challenge along with McDonald's McArch.
All right.
So I've been there. Olovachola's thinking about your conversation with the head of the Burger King. Reminds me, Burger King once put out a chicken sandwich that rivaled everyone, from KFC to Popeyes, even Chick-fil-A. So the one thing that I wish would come back is the Burger King Cha-King hand-breaded chicken sandwich.
Cha-King?
Cha-King. I don't know why they took it away. Every time I went in there, I was always a wait, and people were buying it. It was so good, I would usually buy 3 at a time, just so I could have extras for later. So if Tom is still listening, please bring back the greatest chicken sandwich in fast food history, in my opinion. Cheers, guys. Thanks for the laughs and being the greatest radio show in Seattle history.
Well, the way that guy operates, seriously, call him and tell him.
Yeah. I think they should bring back, Miles, you'll remember this, but they used to have international ones for a little bit. So they had an Italian one. So it's the regular kind of long chicken sandwich.
All right.
But it had marinara and mozzarella on top.
I do remember that.
Like, I don't know, when I was a kid, that seemed like that was high society stuff.
Oh, yeah. You're living well.
And one more. Guys, catching up on the old episodes of your show on the Odyssey app. This one from a few weeks back. You guys were talking about Radio Shack, and I'm not sure why. But, Olabicholas, if you ever make it out to Squim, there is actually a Radio Shack there. Now, it's not the same as it used to be. Mainly Chinese electric toys and the like. The owners are very strange, but worth checking out. Love the show. Keep doing God's work. That from New Neck Adam from Gold Bar. All right, coming up at 5:08, we will drink and toast with the shot of the day. But first...
At Marathon gas stations, every stop is the start of fun, like the awesome fuel savings you can get with Marathon Rewards. Join Marathon Rewards today and start earning rewards on every gallon of gas. You can redeem rewards at any time, saving up to $1 per gallon. And don't forget, Marathon stations are packed with all the conveniences you need to stock up and live life on the go. Marathon, where fun runs on full. Available at participating Marathon locations. Terms and conditions apply. See marathonrewards.com for details.
I'm Brian. I work at United Healthcare.
So, Brian, why do you care?
I care because I don't want to leave anybody behind. I oversee one of the biggest resource center in United Healthcare. I see people walked in my office every day, just like my parents. They have no idea about the healthcare. I feel like they are my uncles, aunties. I treat these people like family. I'm Brian, and I'm committed to care.
It's Tiki Barber with 2 words any business owner wants to hear: extra income. Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for ambitious business owners in your area to assist with local deliveries. You get paid for each package delivered. Amazon Hub Delivery has no startup costs, no long-term contracts, and no delivery experience required. If you're a local business ready to assist with Amazon deliveries, sign up today at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
The right window treatments change everything. Your sleep, your privacy, the way every room looks and feels. At Blinds.com, we've spent 30 years making it surprisingly simple to get exactly what your home needs. We've covered over 25 million windows and have 50,000 5-star reviews to prove we deliver. Whether you DIY it or want a pro to handle everything from measure to install, we have you covered. Real design professionals, free samples, zero pressure. Right now, get up to 45% off site-wide, plus get a free professional measure at Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions apply.
Springfest is happening now at Lowe's. Keep the spotlight on your yard with Stay Green Premium 2 cubic foot mulch, 5 bags for $10. Plus, when you want more help indoors, get up to 40% off select major appliances that help you supercharge your chores. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid to 4/22 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
All right, cut up to 5:08. We'll drink and toast with the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, a quick check-in with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Sure, why not? Thanks, Miles.
Jesus.
Western Kentucky is reporting issues with tumbleweeds as they stack up on people's homes, causing a fire hazard.
Dude, again, going back to Colorado when I lived there, rattlesnakes. Tumbleweeds were everywhere. We left our garage door open one time, went to the grocery store. We came back, the entire garage was full of tumbleweeds. It's really not a big deal. I don't know what's going on in Kentucky.
This year's going to be bad. You have to remember, the East Coast normally does not get hit with wildfires. Very rarely. Sometimes in the Southeast, they'll get them. But with the wind, with the dry, with the lack of snowpack, with all those other things, those things are the worst things.
They're just tinder
to possibly be around your home.
Absolutely.
They absolutely are. Yeah.
You just grab them and just throw them in the compost bin? What do you do with the doggone thing? You put them in the burn pile out back?
You can, but you might start a brush fire.
Yeah, right.
Honestly, most people, you just pull them out of your garage and just let the wind blow them away again. Let someone else do it. Actually, my mother, I'm not making this up. So we moved away from Colorado in 1978 or 1979. She still has this one tumbleweed that she has moved for the last, 45, 50 years or whatever it is. Because it was a massive one that blew to the house. And when we left Colorado, we didn't live anywhere where tumbleweeds were a thing.
Right.
So if you visit their house, and oddly enough, now they live in New Mexico, there's tumbleweeds every goddamn where. But if you go to their house, there's this tumbleweed that's 50 years old That she's like, it gets smaller every time they move because they're so brittle.
Sure.
But still has it.
I got unreasonably excited the first time I ever saw one. You know, I grew out here in Western Washington. We don't get them out here at all. Handful of trips out there out on 90. It's like, oh, there's one. And, you know, you blast one with your car. It just feels great.
It does. It really does.
Boxing training was found to have slashed blood pressure in young adults with early hypertension.
Well, as long as you're training and not getting punched in the head.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, you can
training is different than boxing.
Yeah, hit a body bag and a speed bag all you want. Do jump ropes. Do all that stuff. Just don't get punched in the face.
I think Ted, you put it best when you said, yeah, but the punching bag doesn't punch back.
Correct.
Right.
Bag work's great. I mean, trust me. Last time I did bag work, I was puking.
I win every time.
Yeah.
I do like a speed bag though.
Yeah, speed bag's a little tougher, but also like there's a lot of boxing gyms too that just run fitness classes where you'll learn to throw a punch.
Sure.
Yeah. But like you don't have to spar, you don't have to do any of that crap, and it's a serious workout.
Right.
I believe
it's the exercise, the workout that goes with fighting, which is a incredible cardio workout. It's fantastic.
I mean, think about what those guys do. There's MMA, boxing, right? 3 minutes at a time in boxing. What is it? 5 minutes MMA.
5 minutes MMA.
Right. I mean, like. Not even when you're engaging with your opponent. Just the fact that you're bouncing around the ring for that long. Like, just try that at home.
Absolutely.
You're not going to do it.
The simplest way is try to jump rope for 3 minutes, stop for a minute,
and then do it again.
Do it again for 3 minutes.
12 times.
Try to do that 12 times.
Right. Man,
Sounds impossible.
I did the P90X. Remember when that was the whole fad? I bought that and I got that. My favorite day was Kenpo. And it was the same thing. It was just a martial art that you just did to yourself. You did, just doing punches and do it.
How much weight did you lose doing that?
I didn't lose a damn pound, Miles.
Are you kidding me?
So
I had a buddy who was shredded. He was overweight like me.
So what I did,
he got done and he looked like he was in high school.
So what I did is, now granted, I did this like maybe a year out of high school is when I actually did this, but I did a crash diet that took 30 pounds off of me in 30 days.
Jesus.
Right. Like, it was not good for me.
Yeah,
but,
there's no way that's healthy,
but
it's
a great way to shred weight if all you're looking to do is shred pounds.
Yeah.
You're not going to keep it off, but if you need it to go away now, it's good for it.
Gotcha.
And then after I was done with that, I was like, I'm going to do the P90X, and I did it for 90 days straight, and it was hell. But honestly, I have gotten better results just doing what I'm doing now.
Which is just the walk?
Right. Walking 10,000 steps every day, doing YouTube videos. Juice and Toya, I'll give them a shout. Juice and Toya, they're my favorite group right now.
By the way, just real quick, you're doing 10,000 steps a day, which I do respect. And I see you, doing the circle around here.
Yeah, man.
When are you going for 40,000?
I do 40,000. My wife wants to do 40,000 once a month throughout this entire year.
I'm saying because one of our coworkers, Christy Taylor from the End, she has that. What do you call it?
The little walking pad.
Like a walking pad.
Yeah.
I think. What if we did it like for charity? Right? You just do you think? In a 4-hour show, if you had that thing in the studio, right, and you're just moving your legs on that, because she does it, you're walking her off and you kind of see her bouncing up and down, and you realize she's walking. Do you think you could do 40,000 steps in a 4-hour show?
I don't think I could do it in 4 hours because it takes me 8 hours, but I could.
So it takes you 8 hours to do 10,000 steps?
No, to do 40,000.
Oh.
To do 40,000 steps. But if I came in here like as soon as the morning show was done,
you're just doing it, though, because I would think any other time there's breaks and all that. This, not really a break.
What's 10,000 steps? Is that 3.5 miles, 4 miles?
Something like that. Ted was doing the math here not terribly long ago, and I think, 3.5 miles at 10,000 steps. And I'm at 8,800 right now.
Okay. You think
I might be able to do that.
Just think about
40,000
it. I think it's steps. It is a lot, but I'm just saying.
We failed the last time we tried, but I drank too damn much.
Yeah, I mean, I try to get 7 miles just walking on Saturdays, and I'm still on my quads were on fire on Sunday.
What if you do it for a charity?
For a charity, not a bad idea.
We say, look, man, can you do, and you could, start after the morning show.
Do a little walkathon thing?
Mm-hmm. Without going anywhere, right? It's a walkathon, but you're here.
Did you walk from Tacoma to Seattle?
Oh, God. I basically walked from Tacoma to...
What would you do? Like, you just
Kent?
walk down Aurora? For the most part?
No, we'd find random streets everywhere. We walked all around Tacoma.
The Burt Gilman goes pretty far south.
Yeah, we did walk around Seattle. We walked around Green Lake. That's not a bad call.
Somebody here says, Mike, get one of those desk pedal devices, right? That would sit under your desk in the studio. You could pedal while on air. Hell yeah. Someone else, hell yeah, I'll donate. Let the kiddos do at school. Some money for every 10,000 steps or whatever.
What have you worked me? This might actually be a thing. Okay.
Look, man, you're the guy that does it. You're the guy that walks, and you have your goal. Why the hell not?
I'll walk with you.
You'll walk with me?
I'll do it.
What?
Okay.
Notice, I'm not volunteering. I'm volunteering your service.
I've got Hoka's. We'll stop by a mall, do a lap or two.
There you go.
Enjoy the time. Go down to South Center.
Okay.
Do a couple laps.
You know what? I'll do this. We'll work out the semantics. We'll set this up.
Keep it in mind.
I'll do 40,000 steps on the air.
There
Let's
you go,
get this
man.
thing done. Okay.
Where are you?
Federal
Phone it in.
Federal way. The people on YouTube, they're behind it, man.
Okay.
They're behind it.
Okay,
I mean, you can still talk because you're walking.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'll just have the pad here. I could probably just... I could be like that. I could be like that annoying guy on the meetings now. That's just he's just doing steps every day while he's on here.
Like I say, if you talk to Christy Taylor, right? When we do In Action News, we do it Wednesdays after the show.
Yeah.
She's always here. You go to her office, and she's talking to you, but she's just walking behind her desk. It's actually really weird to look at. But
all right.
I'm just saying.
She's
inspired by Mike.
True enough.
Yeah.
You know what? I did inspire
There
her
you
to get
go.
that thing.
There you go.
Okay, I'm in.
Maybe we can get her involved.
Let's
Maybe
do
we'll
it.
see if the end will do it as well.
Yeah.
Like, look, if you're going to do it and he's going to do it, let's make it a thing.
Everybody put the 40K out there.
Yeah, not everybody.
Steve, I'm going to get you to... If I get 40,000 steps, maybe you do it.
40,000
40,000 steps, and then you get in here and you do it one of these days. Think about it. Mull it over.
If you hit 40,000, I will attempt it at a later date.
Okay.
To do the same. All right? I'll make that deal with you. You get 40,000 steps, I will be so mad at you and hate you, but I will do it.
All right. A new bankruptcy survey suggests that most Americans are just 3 months away from financial collapse.
Great.
Hooray!
Bring on the good news.
That's what we needed to know. Yay. 40,000 steps. Financial collapse. Put your thinking caps on, Jess.
Hey, look, more time to exercise if you don't have a job again.
That's a
there
fact.
you go.
You know what?
That's
Do
all
it
I'm
for
going to do
charity.
when I lose mine. I'm just going to go to the gym every day. Try to get the yayas out.
Put your thinking caps on, Jen. Time for the Merriam-Webster word of the day. Unfortunately, I give you guys about a 10% chance of success on this one. If you get close enough, you get close enough. So, this is a noun brought to you by the letter G. Kind of has more of a J sound, but it is of or relating to people who have high social status. Can be used as somewhat old-fashioned synonym of aristocratic. It can also be used to describe something with a quietly appealing or polite quality, as in genteel manners.
By the way, YouTube just says future Thrill is going to hate present Thrill.
Yes,
I
he
know
is.
this. You said
Grandiocious?
but you said it sounds more like a J.
It sounds more J-ish. And I accidentally already said it.
Grandioses?
Genteel.
Oh,
genteel.
genteel. Yeah.
I don't know that I think of that as like a word to describe rich people. It sounds like an insult. It's a genteel little fella.
Gentile would be more of an insult. Genteel. You got money.
Yeah, this is too E's. Genteel.
Yes.
Because he's right. Gentile. I-L-E is a different word than
Somebody
genteel.
call me genteel. I'd be like,
Put your dukes up, man.
Don't say what you were going to say.
it's supposed to be like, F you.
Oh, Lordy. And
What do you mean genteel? F you, bitch. Call me rich.
a new study found that the Earth was formed largely from inner solar system material.
What else did they think it freaking was? I thought they knew that.
Right.
Well, they
they
just figured out that an asteroid has all the spores of life.
Right.
Comets for the most part, yeah. And asteroids as well. I thought they already knew. They always said, like,
That's what I'm telling you. That's where we got the octopus.
most of the planets, it's all, with gravity and like giant rock crashing together.
Right.
You, like, where else did you think it came
But
from?
I say that all the time. It was just one specific one, I think. So everything else was just from a regular old asteroid
Right.
that hit our planet.
Bam, hit us
Yeah,
here.
Yeah.
And wasn't the moon created from an asteroid that hit us too?
So they
Blasted into us
They
and created the moon?
believe that the Earth at the time collided with something roughly the size of Mars, and that blew about 1/3 of that Earth up into the atmosphere. It ends up coalescing, and that's what became the moon. And they figured that out because a lot of the material on the moon is exactly the same as you find on Earth. So they were like, "Oh, that used to be part of Earth," and they kind of pieced it together from that.
Gotcha.
Well,
Okay.
the moon just did take a major strike last year. They figured out.
Was it?
Yes.
Was it last year? Or they think like 2? Yeah, it was last year. On that note, I want to say the Artemis rocket
Yes.
to the moon
Yes.
is supposed to launch tomorrow.
Okay.
Supposed to launch.
Supposed to.
And they're not landing on it. They're going around it.
Oh, I thought that this was the journey to the moon.
This is to the moon, but
Just
not
not
physically
on
on
it.
it, right? So go
Okay.
around it, do the dark side of the moon, which the astronauts are freaking out about, because the thing about the dark side of the moon, it's radio silence.
Yeah.
It's only like 15 minutes, but if anything goes wrong,
And yeah, I caught the interview this morning. There was a guy who was like, things happen up there.
Oh yeah, one of the astronauts. His wife died of cancer a couple of years ago, right? Which is already sad. But he's a single father. He has 2 teenage daughters. They know he's getting on the rocket, but basically he told them this is where the will is, and he's like, it's a heavy conversation to have, but he's like, I'm going to frickin' space. I have to be honest with my kids. Like, I might not come back.
Damn.
That's a fun job.
Ted, what day is it, buddy? Tuesday. You're right. It's National She's Funny That Way Day.
What? The Men's Room Top 10.
What? I know.
The Men's Room Top 10.
I only support it because it gives me material for today. But yes, it is National She's Funny That Way Day. And the thing is that I listen to that, and that's the excuses that we make for our friends. Those are the quirks that they have that we just kind of universally accept.
She's a racist. Yeah, she's funny that way.
She's just funny that way. You know, sometimes she says things.
Yeah,
That's right. She's from a different time.
Yeah. Nice way of saying you're a racist.
So this is why I decided to bring us 10 quirks that we only accept from our friends.
Okay, that's fair.
For whatever reason, we let friends get away with a lot of crap. So I just put that into Google, and here's what we got for the AI overview here. Number 10 being intense physical proximity or comfort. They basically say like sharing a bed, lounging on the couch together, zero awkwardness of being as close as you will. Now that's more on the female tip. That they'll cuddle next to each other and whatnot. Dudes will.
Women go to the bathroom together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you're doing, and I do not care, but it's just odd. Like, I'm going to go to the bathroom.
It is
like,
an event.
You know, dudes, it's just like, hey, man, I got to take a leak. I'll be back. I never say, Mike, wait up.
No. Look, if you're in the shower, I'll go in the bathroom and take a
That's right.
Yeah, use the bathroom.
I did get.
If you're my friend.
I got a peek into my.
I don't care. I'm not checking you out. I'm just going to go to the bathroom.
Oh, I'm checking you out.
Into my wife's life literally just last night. Because every time, let's go to bed. We have our nightly routine that we have.
Sure.
We do the two of us. We'll do a crossword puzzle together. We'll do connections. We'll watch TikToks together.
Sure.
We'll just kind of have our nightly routine. But she takes for freaking ever to get into doggone bed. As soon as it's time for bed, I will literally do a crap ton of things around the house because I know that just her going into the bathroom is a 25, 30-minute ordeal. Like, what in the hell?
What is she? Is she constipated? I mean, like, what do you...
So I got a little insight into this because your boy might have gardened a little bit too much last night. And so I was just sitting in there, just enjoying my time. And I was wrapped up in a blanket because I was cold as hell last night, and I was just watching. She's doing her brushing her teeth. She's doing her face. She's watching a YouTube video on there. I was like, this is quite nice. This is relaxing. Okay. I enjoy this.
I would assume it's a skin routine.
Absolutely. Yeah. And she's religious.
That's what I call masturbating. Skin routine, baby.
Skin routine.
Keep it loose.
As far as the quirks that we only accept from our friend, grooming or stray hair removal. Pointing out a stray hair or something in your teeth or even trying to fix it for you. The number of times that we'll walk up to each other and just pick something off of a shoulder, say, hey.
Or if you got something in your hair
but
or
you
your head.
only want your friends to do it because you're not embarrassed.
Correct.
If I go, Ted, you got something in your teeth, it's not embarrassing. If a stranger says you got something in your teeth, for whatever reason,
mortified.
Same scenario, yeah, it's horrible.
Also, if you like, you can have
what were you doing today, Ted? I came down the hall, Ted was scratching his bees, right?
I was.
And the thing is, like, Ted chuckled, oh, man, you just saw me scratching my bees. And neither of us cared.
It's always the right side.
You know, just like, whatever.
I am a right side.
You scratch
it was, in fact, the right side.
And I'll reach over. Like, right now, I'm grabbing the left side, but you're right. I always go for the right.
But, like,
right?
you chuckled, said something. I'm like, I don't care.
Right. Also, your friend will tell you have a booger coming off your nose.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you could have a perfectly decent conversation with someone who you barely know. And they could have a bug, and you
won't say a
word.
word.
Like, I wonder if they go there. Is it my job to tell them? It should be, but you're not a close friend,
right?
So I can't, because if not, I'll just go, "Hey, dude, you got a little hanging out right here."
Right. Ted and I will actually fake each other out. He doesn't know this, but Ted and I will fake each other out because I like to look people in the eyes when I'm talking to them.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a good friend of mine, and I notice your eye movements. And from time to time, Ted will just start looking down at my mustache, like start tracking down one spot. And so then I'll get self-conscious, like, what do I have something? So I'll just do this, and then Ted all of a sudden.
Oh, really?
Because that to him is the signal, like, dude, you got something.
It's like making my dog yawn by pretending I'm yawning.
That's exactly right.
I didn't know I was looking at your mustache.
That's where your eyes are
Weirdo.
tracking. It's brilliant, I know. I just trimmed it.
You're a creep. Ted, look at that. Your flavor saver.
It's getting damn white over here, man. Being chronically late. Showing up significantly later than planned to do everything, knowing that you'll still be waiting for them. You know, we caught it. I feel like just yesterday.
Well, I typically don't meet up with strangers. Like, I might run into a stranger, but
Sure.
I didn't call somebody I didn't know and say, hey, we need to be here at 4.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, God, this actually happened this morning. Yesterday, we were talking about our friend Batman.
Yes.
And he's always late. And I was saying, man, his kid's going to go to the same high school as mine. So I hope he does not make his kid late. All right. So today, the high school had a parent orientation, and Batman was there. And as I'm talking to Batman, he's like, oh, God, man, yesterday I got my kid to school 15 minutes late. And I said, are you effing serious? He goes, yeah. I said, bro, we were talking about you yesterday on the air, and I specifically said, I hope he does not end up making his kid late because he's always chronically late.
Right.
And he just found it funny. Like, he's not offended. He just laughed. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man.
School starts an hour early for you.
Yesterday, we literally talked about this, and I was just saying, I hope you don't do that.
I think it depends on what you're doing, too. If you're just meeting at a house, no big deal.
Come on over whenever.
I just hate it if I'm sitting at the bar and it's been like 45 minutes. Like, now I'm just, especially if it's not like a neighborhood I know. Like, I'm just random guy in a bar by myself.
Because you don't want to get hammered without them.
No.
You kind of want to drink together. It's like, man, I've slowed down my drink
but I can drink fast.
Yeah,
No,
but
you're
still,
right.
But that's the problem.
Like, do you want another shot, sir? Yes, I do. They haven't even showed up yet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, now I'm already 3 deep. I got
That's what I'm
beer and 2
saying.
shots.
I got a 20-minute max. If you're 20 minutes late, I'm either calling you or I'm just going to bail out. Like, I don't think you're showing up. That's just too long. 10 quirks that we only accept from our friends: inaudible or telepathic communication. Using only a look or a shared eye roll across the room to hold a complete conversation about how much you both want to leave.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yes.
Yes.
I would also say, and I don't know if it goes for women too, but I feel like most of my guy friends, like, our plans are always 50-50.
Yeah, they're liquid.
Like, if we go, let's get a drink on Friday, and you call me, and you text me Friday, and go, I can't make it. Like, all right, no worries.
Right.
That's cool.
Honestly, I'm half relieved if you call me and say, hey, man, I don't think it's going to happen. Like, oh, good. Thank God, dude. I didn't want to go.
That is always your position. What is that with you, man? As long as I've known you, it's always been like, it's cool if you cancel.
Right.
Do you go into like social panic, or what is it?
No, because honestly, I wake up and I'm comfy. And I'm
just
going
don't
to
want to ruin that.
I am more than willing to get uncomfy to go and have fun with people. I truly, truly am. However, when you tell me that I'm out, like, I got a day on the couch.
Okay,
I'm good. I don't got to do a damn thing. I don't have to put pants on. Publicly correcting or managing you, telling you to stop talking, grabbing food out of your hand, forcing you to stop embarrassing yourself in public, all that stuff.
You almost rely on your friends to do that.
Right.
Like, this
To
is
be that fence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's times, and Ted's been there for this, or my wife say, you don't need another drink. Well, we're going to fight about it. So I'd be like, bro, slow down. And I'll stop.
There you go.
I've had to say to a buddy
like,
before, like, stop touching that person.
We've had some
and they're
of
like, what? They don't mean anything bad, but they
Not at all.
they tend to be like a touchy, and I'm just like,
Right.
that she does not want to talk
uncomfortable.
to her. Stop. Like, don't even turn around.
I watched my buddy hit like $600 on a slot.
Yeah.
You know, on a video game, right? And I'm like, give me that. Like, and I hit cash out. And I'm like, no. And I took the thing and I walked away. Because I did not want him to lose that money.
No, right. You're going to blow it.
But if he wasn't one of my best friends,
Right.
he probably would have made knowing him $3,000.
Right.
Sure.
But I don't care.
Not
It's
today.
like you're up 600.
Not today.
You're out. Get out of this chair.
That's right.
Stop right now.
I think we all know somebody who recently, I don't remember what event was going on, but they showed up and it was like, you need to go home.
It was at our event that he did this.
It was our event.
Yeah, I was like, dude,
You gotta go.
$600. You are out of the. You're
Right.
out of the
Stop.
gambling
Oh,
area.
no.
You are back to the bar. You are not losing that money.
Taking ugly or awkward photos, that is what it is.
Yeah.
Borrowing items permanently. Again, that might be a woman thing.
Yeah, I'd say, I don't know.
I've done it.
What if he's sagging?
The jersey.
He's very liberal with his jerseys, man.
My stuff
And
is
I kind of traded him a jersey, so I feel okay. And if he ever asks,
So, like,
I will give it to him.
Right, if they ask.
I've had my buddy's toilet snake for like 6 years.
Oh, that's useful, dude.
I know.
But he doesn't need it until he needs it.
Right, but I haven't had to use it because I've kept it. Now he's got my Scott's lawn spreader.
There you go.
And all that, and the tree trimmer.
Yeah.
that I have. But I know if I need it, I'll just
Give
go
him a
get
call.
it. I'll just go get it. I'll use it for the day, and I'll even take it back to his house.
But
I don't
that's the way
care.
you do it. Like, look, man, it's not a sexy item, so you keep it until I need it.
Right.
Right? That's it.
And then I'll leave you with this last and final quirk that we only accept from our friends. I want you to all imagine you're sitting at home, you're just enjoying a day. Hey, Steve, can I come in? The no notice drop in.
Well, then you know there's trouble.
No, man.
Unless they're in the they'll
Cell
text
phone
you.
has kind of killed the drop in.
I get a drop in. I got one guy that'll do it. The
That's
new
a text
hotness.
other than a knock.
The new hotness, man. Brother would just roll in, right? The dog starts freaking out of the window and all that. My kid's looking out like, I don't recognize the car. I'm like, then I know who it is. He is so funny to me. We always have a good time. Like, you don't ever have to tell me when you're coming by. Just come by, man. And that is exactly
About
what
3
he
weeks
does.
ago, I woke up to my doorbell.
Okay.
I hadn't heard that thing in years. Because
Jehovah's Witness?
I'm normally at work during the day. No, and then it rang again. And I'm like, that's the doorbell. it was a guy downstairs with a package, but I had to sign for the package.
Oh, right.
So he rang the doorbell. And I went down there. I was like, holy cow.
It works.
It's a person.
What a thing. A teenager was arrested on murder charges, but how they found him is a little dumb, Miles.
That's a little bit weird. Why?
So how about it at 5:50?
Thanks, our headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, have we made it to drinking time?
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve at Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast an unidentified man from somewhere in Florida. This story is so stupid. All right. So this particular guy was a regular customer at a convenience store. And the one thing to set him off, people pretty much said he always wears the same clothes, and he stood out specifically because he had only one eye. Just remember that. With that said, he wore a patch over the non-functioning eye, and he came in there every night to buy cigarettes. He also rented movies a couple of times a week. So the store had his name and address. Well, one night, the man came in, but he's wearing a large paper bag on his head.
Oh.
And he says to the employee that this is a robbery. I want all the money. The employee at first said, it's a good one. And he started laughing and grabbed the guy's cigarettes. Meanwhile, the guy with the bag on his head said, I'm serious. Give me all the money in the drawer. Well, eventually, the cashier figured out that the robbery attempt was real and handed over the money, then called the police because he's like, I know who this guy is, etc. Well, it's pretty stupid to rob a place when you regularly shop there. Also, when you have your name on the computer. But the thing that really set it off is that the paper bag he put over his head, he only cut one eye hole.
Oh, Jesus, come on.
So you're a one-eyed dude that regularly shops at this place. Then you're going to rob it and put the paper bag on your head. Pretend you're someone else. The cashier was just like, you've got to be kidding.
What an eye hole.
Yeah. What an eye hole. He cut one eye hole. Yeah. The cops tracked him down, and he was, in fact, arrested.
Shocking.
Jesus, man. Come on.
Tight eye hole you got there.
There's nothing wrong with that, man. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummy.
Down the hola, bichola. All right, let's get a contestant on the line now for Profile This, 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next.
At Marathon gas stations, every stop is the start of fun, like the awesome fuel savings you can get with Marathon Rewards. Join Marathon Rewards today and start earning rewards on every gallon of gas. You can redeem rewards at any time, saving up to $1 per gallon. And don't forget, Marathon stations are packed with all the conveniences you need to stock up and live life on the go. Marathon, where fun runs on full. Available at participating Marathon locations. Terms and conditions apply. See marathonrewards.com for details.
I'm Spencer, and I work at United Healthcare.
So, Spencer, why do you care?
I care because my daughter, Adeline, has special needs. I am motivated by Adeline, who inspires me every day. I am driven to help families like mine navigate the healthcare system. I'm so blessed to lead an amazing team at United Healthcare focusing on the member experience and making that better. I'm Spencer, and I'm committed to care.
Question: what business couldn't use extra income? Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Right now, Amazon Hub Delivery is looking to partner with ambitious local businesses to become Amazon Hub partners. You and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area when it's convenient for you. With each package delivered, your business gets paid. Get started at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
The right window treatments change everything. Your sleep, your privacy, the way every room looks and feels. At Blinds.com, we've spent 30 years making it surprisingly simple to get exactly what your home needs. We've covered over 25 million windows and have 50,000 five-star reviews to prove we deliver. Whether you DIY it or want a pro to handle everything from measure to install, we have you covered. Real design professionals, free samples, zero pressure. Right now, get up to 45% off site-wide, plus get a free professional measure at Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions apply.
Springfest means more sun, more fun, and more free at Lowe's. Keep your yard in line with an additional free Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a select Ego mower, trimmer, or blower. Plus, keep landscaping fresh with Stay Green 1 cubic foot garden soil, 5 bags for $10. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 4/8 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Soil offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
All right, ladies. When you've done the work, you want your hydration to do the same. Introducing new Gatorade Lower Sugar, now with no artificial flavors, sweeteners, or colors. And 75% less sugar and all the electrolytes of regular Gatorade, now available nationwide.
You probably know Vistaprint for business cards, but did you know we print everything you need to get your brand in front of your fans? We print banners and signs that help your business stand out. We print postcards and flyers that get people talking. And we print must-have merch like tote bags, t-shirts, and water bottles. Whether you want a few or a few thousand, we print on everything so that customers can go from noticing your brand to falling in love with it. Right now, new customers can get 20% off with code NEW20. Because if you need it, we print it at Vistaprint.ca.
I love the Marquette community. I think, it to me resembles a family of some sort.
You are coming to a place that is not only going to give you a great education, but I think it's going to make you a very well-rounded individual.
Especially because of the size, you can definitely find your people. I came in and it was open arms. While you're here, we're going to try to make you feel that same love and make this place home. We are Marquette.
We are Marquette.
We are Marquette.
We are Marquette.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Steven throw hooks, please everyone out. Profile This is played.
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Josh. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola. All right, Josh, you understand how this year game is played?
Yeah, but.
All right. Today, you have a choice of one of 3 stories. We have Bite Me. In other words, what did someone find in their food? We have Animalize This, where you guess the animal responsible for causing the solution, as it were. And License to Spill, where you guess the substance responsible for creating the mess.
What's the first one again?
Bite Me. What did someone find in their food?
Well, let's go with Bite Me.
Just eat it. Get yourself an egg and beat it.
Don't take this wrong, Josh, but when you said Bite Me, it just sounded creepy. But I respect that. All right. We go to Brevard County, Florida, where a jury awarded over $14 million to a woman who ate ice cream that was contaminated with something. Brandy Buckley, she was hospitalized after eating the ice cream from the Malabar franchise back in 2018. This just happened.
Did you say $40 million?
14. $14 million.
Okay, $14 million.
This happened in 2018. Here we are 8 years later. The jury awarded her $14 million. Now, at the time, she bought the ice cream she was using the drive-thru window at the Malabar location. After consuming the product, Brandy was taken in for emergency treatment. She later developed complications like portal vein thrombosis and significant internal bleeding, prompting an ablation that resulted in permanent infertility. She can't even have kids now after eating this ice cream.
Whoa.
Now, as a result, jurors found that the national franchise is liable under what they call the agency theory. That means the accountability extends beyond the individual location, and it involves every single franchise under the name. Malabar. Never heard of it myself. Now, the question is, what was in her ice cream that led to all of this? Was it nails? Was it fecal matter? Was it glass, or was it wood splinters? So nails, fecal matter, glass, or wood splinters. What was in her ice cream that actually led to her infertility by the time she was done?
Ooh, that's a tough one because there's some heavy materials there that could hang out over time and, cause some serious disruption. What do you think, Ted?
Honestly, I'm thinking because it messed her up so bad that it's got to be fecal matter, and it was bad fecal.
As opposed to the good fecal.
Well, weren't we talking a few weeks ago about
there's fecal implants? But it's not oral.
Yeah.
It could be from a cow.
Right.
Yeah.
Josh, what do you think?
Man, bro. I'm thinking... God, Because it's got to be true. You said it was in her food, in her ice cream?
It was in her ice cream, yes.
Oh, see, there goes, like, I don't know, maybe the hard substance, like, because I work with glass and do windows, so it's like, yeah, that's, you know, you're not really chewing through that or, like, you know, licking that off.
You going with glass?
Huh?
No, he's not.
You're not going with glass.
No, because I'm thinking if it's an ice cream, bro, it's going to be like, you know, it's a chunk that's going like something you crunch on and be like.
Well, I'm going glass, Josh.
You going glass? Okay, I was thinking wood splinters because it is, you know, something that can be softened over time, but could, like, you know, I don't know, maybe stab something, poke something. And then the fecal matter, I don't know, I could imagine you get sick, but not to the concept of, like, losing the ability to have children.
Okay.
That's insane.
All right, what was in the ice cream? Nails, fecal matter, glass, or wood splinters? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to the...
You do it all. So why not get all the electrolytes? Hydrate better than water with new Gatorade Lower Sugar. Now with no artificial flavors, sweeteners, or colors. And 75% less sugar than regular Gatorade. New to the fridge. All the Gatorade electrolytes you love. Gatorade Lower Sugar. Is it in you? Now available nationwide.
You probably know Vistaprint for business cards, but did you know we print everything you need to get your brand in front of your fans? We print banners and signs that help your business stand out. We print postcards and flyers that get people talking. And we print must-have merch like tote bags, t-shirts, and water bottles. Whether you want a few or a few thousand, we print on everything so that customers can go from noticing your brand to falling in love with it. Right now, new customers can get 20% off with code NEW20. Because if you need it, we print it at Vistaprint.ca.
I'm Spencer, and I work at United Healthcare.
So, Spencer, why do you care?
I care because my daughter, Adeline, has special needs. I am motivated by Adeline, who inspires me every day. I am driven to help families like mine navigate the healthcare system. I'm so blessed to lead an amazing team at United Healthcare focusing on the member experience and making that better. I'm Spencer, and I'm committed to care.
Men's Room.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Category is Bite Me on Profile. That's been a Florida jury that rewarded a woman over $14 million for something in her ice cream that really screwed up her insides.
Yes,
Can't have
indeed.
kids, cut her up on in her esophagus and everything else. Question is, what was in the ice cream? Was it nails, fecal matter, glass, or wood splinters?
And Josh, that is the very question that we posed to you. Let us start with Miles Montgomery. You went with glass.
I did.
It was not glass.
Well, good.
I don't know why you're laughing, Ted. You went with fecal matter.
As soon as I made that sound, I was like, damn it, I'm going to have it wrong too.
So, Josh, that leaves you. You went with the wood splinters because obviously they can soften up over time. It was not that.
Wow.
Believe it or not, it was nails. I do not. Maybe it was embedded deep. Right? If you just swallow a big-ass spoonful of ice cream, you don't know the nail is in it until it melts, and then it's already in your stomach. So I don't know what all the complications were, but yeah, she ended up being.
I wait for the ice cream to melt in my mouth before I swallow it.
I agree. I do the same thing.
You know,
I think
just
what
let it
we
sit on my
discovered is
tongue.
she doesn't. Yeah,
I don't like to swallow a scoop of ice cream.
Multiple nails, not a nail. There were multiple nails in her ice cream.
I mean, you're right, but I feel like sometimes you just end up, some of it just goes down without you.
It does.
Because you don't chew it.
No, not really.
No, you suck on it.
Yeah.
You know,
no, but either way,
you
man,
like
it's
it,
just.
suck on it. I mean, but it never goes down my mouth as a solid piece.
Right, you don't just put it in your mouth and swallow.
I won't lie to you. I'll be that guy. I don't like eating cones in front of other men.
Jesus.
Now, for all TV news all the time, it's time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Mike, I take my time with that cone.
What are you, romancing it?
You're licking it, you're getting it to a point, and then you're shoving it all in your mouth. Like,
Yeah,
I prefer the comfort of my home if I eat a cone. All right, your choices today. You got the Jimmies.
Fallon and Kimmel.
Colbert.
Steven.
Seth Meyers. Or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late?
It's now.
It is right there. The Title A's guys have teams of talents and writers help them come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
The official tourism ambassador of Shinjong Ward of Tokyo is Godzilla. And taking a page out of their book, the official tourism ambassador of New Orleans is a chick named Katrina.
Wow. Fallon. Colbert?
Smith!
Jesus.
Well, they both destroyed those cities.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. When you have to justify it, don't make it a joke.
Yeah.
All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, real quick.
I'm just trying to tell you where my head was at.
I got you. Man.
No, you don't get it.
Matthew McConaughey has reportedly received 8 trademarks for his catchphrases, including, all right, all right, all right, just keep living, and yes, I will be in your commercial.
Seth.
Colbert.
Seth Meyers.
Actor Matthew McConaughey has reportedly received 8 trademarks for his popular catchphrases, including all right, all right, all right, just keep living, and yes, I'll be in your commercial.
Touch the leather, man.
Tiny little booger.
The effects of war are everywhere. Because of the cost of cooking, butter chicken has disappeared from some Indian menus. Cancer drugs might not meet some patients on time. And Shakira and others have postponed shows. Doesn't it feel like they're trying to sneak in a real bad one in the middle so no one noticed on that list? Like, honey, do you want to order Mexican food, Italian? I have herpes, or Chinese.
Colbert.
Yeah, I'll say Colbert.
Colbert.
The effects of the war are everywhere. Because of the cost of cooking gas, butter chicken has disappeared from some Indian menus. Cancer drugs might not reach some patients on time, and Shakira and others have postponed shows. Doesn't it feel like they're trying to sneak in a real bad one in the middle so no one notices on that list? Honey, do you want to order Mexican food, Italian, I have herpes, or Chinese?
Economy's getting so bad that our hips are lying. The makers of cup noodles have unveiled 3 new flavors inspired by chicken wings, including spicy buffalo with ranch, lemon pepper, and garlic parmesan, which will accompany their original flavor, salt.
Seth.
Colbert.
Seth Meyers.
The makers of cup noodles have unveiled 3 new flavors inspired by chicken wings, including spicy buffalo with ranch, lemon pepper, and garlic parmesan, which will accompany their original flavor, salt.
That was a good one.
That is pretty
I
solid.
just had a couple noodles the other day, and I was like, exactly what I was thinking. I was like, this just tastes like a salt shaker.
It is.
Yeah. I mean,
Somehow you still
I brought
like
it in. I thought it was going to be healthy, all that stuff. And I'm like, oh
What?
my God. I was dehydrated by the time I got done.
You thought a couple noodles would be healthy.
It was tasty.
Brother, I know it's tasty, but healthy?
Well, I
Did
mean,
you say healthy?
You know, better than what I normally eat.
No.
I think you're much better off eating those.
And let's just
pieces of
spraying
sushi.
Lysol directly in your mouth, bro.
Something.
That is. Yeah.
I mean, look, right, a pack of ramen, I'm sure doesn't have that many calories, but you're right. It's just
It's a sodium.
I want to say most of them have like enough for your day.
I haven't gotten back on the sushi train since they gave me the runs.
Ah.
2 days in a row.
You know,
It did. I'm afraid to go back.
I don't know why I find it funny.
It's either the miso soup.
Well, it's just
it
funny
could be
'cause
the
you did it 2
edamame.
days in
I don't
a
know.
row.
I know, but I mean,
But
seriously,
you did it 2 days in
Yeah.
a row and then pooped.
I felt like Snoqualmie Falls every time I went in there.
Yeah, wheezing diarrhea, Mike.
all right, so this is kind of a funny list. This is about some celebrities that got into relationships under weird circumstances.
All right.
I shouldn't say weird, just kind of.
But is it weird?
No, they're calling him cute. Yeah. All right, Stephen Colbert, right? He's from Charleston, South Carolina. Where my niece is. So he flew back to his hometown of Charleston, South Carolina to decide whether he wanted to marry his then girlfriend. He went with his mother to a musical, and at the after party, he met the woman he'd eventually marry.
Evie?
Let me see.
Evie. Evelyn. Sorry, I just couldn't say Evelyn. Right, so basically, he goes back home. Do I want to marry this girl? Do I not? Goes out, meets another woman, and it's like, oh, I'm going to marry her.
But he went away from his girlfriend to break away from the whole situation just to see and sit down and
okay.
if he wanted to marry his girlfriend. She was not there with him, I guess.
No, and he just went to a show with his mom.
Which,
I think everyone should do that before they get married. You need to go someplace for a weekend
with your mom
by yourself. Just sit down and go, do I really want to do this?
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue with him. Lana Del Rey, she met her husband. She was on a swap tour in Louisiana. He was the boat's captain and tour guide.
I heard that. I did hear
she's
that.
kind of famous for just being that famous and just married like a random average person, not another celebrity.
Yeah. Well, if you like somebody, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't, but you could fathom. I get why a lot of celebrities date within those circles because
they understand kind of
you
their
have that
situation.
common, right? I mean, and in the women's defense, or I don't know, or Lana Del Rey's defense, like for that guy, like that's a different lifestyle, right? Like you can't be like, no, honey, you go to the store.
Right.
She's like, I'm Lana Del Rey. Like I'm not running to the store.
Well, Pamela Anderson married the guy that was fixing her home in British Columbia. And as soon as I read that, I was like, there's no way. The guy that's fixing up your house you're going to marry? It's like 2 years later it was done.
So, sticking with TV, that's what happened to Larry David. He was building a home on Martha's Vineyard, and that's why he wrote it into the script of Curb Your Enthusiasm. He was going through a real divorce.
Right.
He had been building this home. The wife had been going over there to monitor it, and she fell in love with the guy building the house and left him. Tell you what.
I mean, it's not funny, but damn, dude.
I got the lowdown on what really happened with Senator Kennedy. You sit at a ferry dock on the Vineyard and find a woman in her 70s. She will tell you the lowdown on that island. It was awesome.
She will.
Yeah. It gave me a lot of info. Sarah Hyland met Bachelor in Paradise star Adam Wells on Twitter. She often posted about him. They got married in 2022.
Damn.
Yeah. I like to post about some famous chick and
see if you can marry her.
By the way, real quick.
Well, you like every one of Britney's. Maybe it'll happen.
Post on Britney.
Did you see the one that she put out today?
I haven't seen today's yet, but I feel bad
because I know you're normally the first name that I share a follow with.
Correct.
And you're always on the top. There's no other people that we have.
Well, I interact with her page a lot, so when she posts, it shows up quick in my algorithm.
I mean, matter of fact, I don't even follow her.
You post on her
It just
page.
comes up.
No.
You follow it.
I look at her page
because she is naked a lot.
I look at her page
dude.
enough,
Yeah.
so the algorithm knows. So if I'm sitting on my couch,
I am following her. Okay,
and it's like she posts a new video, it pops up real quick in my feed, and it's like, well, I'm gonna like this.
I mean, look, if I hear that she's posted a video, I will watch it because she's naked a lot.
But I feel I haven't liked one in a week because the last time I liked one, later that night she got a Dewey.
That's you. That's
so
your fault.
You're saving her from that.
Well, I don't know. Am I encouraging this woman's bad behavior?
Yes, Dad.
I don't want to be a part of it.
Because she seemed so normal before you started liking things.
So you came into the picture.
Yeah. On the upper.
Another loss in Ted versus the FCC. All right, coming up here.
He met his husband at a gay running club.
That means
gay
the rooster
hunt.
That means the rooster.
Yeah. So it's like a running club, except
George
for
Takei. He was Sulu on the start.
Yeah, he met his husband at a gay running club.
Right.
The rooster.
God damn.
Jesus God.
Vanessa Hutchinson and former MLB star Cole Tucker met in a Zoom meditation group during the pandemic.
You have Zoom meditation.
Sure. Well, guided meditation helps a lot of people.
I know. It just seems weird. Like, I'm going to meditate. Let me click on Zoom real quick. And there we go. Right? It's meditation, man. Just
Well, you
meditate.
couldn't do anything. You could, yeah. But again,
You know what I mean? Like, if you're meditating, why are you on Zoom? Why am I looking at you? I'm meditating.
I will stick to this one, and I forget who said it. Somebody smarter and more famous than me. Just say rum. Rum. Rum.
I think it's Om.
Well, I don't know. Depends
You
what
wanna
you're
say
into.
rum?
But it does.
Rum.
Right. It does help. Let's see. There's a new documentary out on Lamar Odom on Netflix, Untold. Those are usually like an hour and a half. They're pretty good, so I'll probably check that out.
All right, Ted. Thank you. Appreciate it. You are listening to The Men's Room.
Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Arizona Power is knocked out to thousands because of Mylar balloons. Meanwhile, a wedding ceremony has crashed. Like a Wile E. Coyote cartoon. Woman whose online casino gained $43,000 because of a glitch. To Florida was not good what was found in 2 suitcases in a ditch. And a cat burglar is rescued after being trapped in a wall. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my car.
All right, our top story. We go to Florida, where a murder is being investigated. Murder. Officers responded to a call of suspicious suitcase that was found that was partly open and had vultures circling above it. Uh-oh. They investigated and noted a putrid smell coming from the suitcase, eventually opening it up to find human remains inside.
Yeah.
What's more is a second bag was found with a similar content. An investigation was launched, and as they attempted to figure out who was in the bags and who put them there. Well, luckily they didn't have to go too far to figure out the latter of the two questions, as along with the body parts inside of the suitcase, they also found personal belongings. And an Amazon package complete with an address posted on it.
Oh, God.
They arrived at the home of the package and conducted a search where they found bloodstains inside, which proved enough to arrest the 19-year-old resident. They're currently waiting on the medical examiner to confirm the identity of the victim that would tie the story together and answer a couple unresolved questions. So it's weird. It's in a position when I read the story to where it's like, oh no, we know it's this guy. We just need the medical examiner to say these remains belong to this person because that ties the story together of who he had killed. And
Jesus.
Yeah.
Good times.
Why is your Amazon package in there?
That makes no sense.
Like, again, I don't condone murdering somebody and dismembering them to put them into suitcases.
If you do,
don't put your Amazon package in there.
That's all.
With anything. Damn, man. In other news, down to Phoenix, where balloons can cause problems. Officials are asking everyone to please keep a close tether on their balloons, as a few ended up causing some chaos in the area. Someone either released or lost a couple Mylar balloons, you know, those metallic balloons that are made of polyester film. They floated up just in the wrong spot and hit a power line, knocking out power for about 2,700 people. Thank you, Tim. Over the weekend. Due to their metallic makeup, they made a great conductor to short out the power lines and cause the outage. They were able to get everything cleared up and fixed, but are asking people to think through what they do.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they expected that to happen. But at the same point in time, you know,
it happens.
I bet those things don't decompose.
No.
Well, I mean, they're Mylar. They're going to be around for a hot minute, man.
How many of them get sucked into doggone plane engines? Right?
I mean, that's literally one of the reasons Cleveland's the mistake by the lake. It's because of balloons.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, they tried to set that record, and then all the wind shifted, and all the balloons went out to the lake, and it caused a real problem.
A major issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were like hundreds of thousands of balloons, if not
Correct.
millions.
And I'm pretty sure the record stands to this day because everybody else was like, oh, we can't do that.
Right,
Don't
that
do
was
that.
stupid.
Yeah.
There's a bit of chaos in the world of the lottery in the UK. Tens of thousands of customers of William Hill, an online betting and casino platform.
Bill Hill.
Bill Hill.
Bill Hill.
Is that your brother?
Maybe.
Is there a Bill Hill that we know of?
I don't think there's any bills.
No bills. Okay. Anyway, but they took to social media to unleash their rage, as all of them had won a large sum of money from the game, only to be told that they had to give it all back. Tens, if not hundreds of thousands of pounds were doled out in jackpots to customers all over the area, with an incident report stating that there were more than 35,000 jackpot hits compared to just 518 over the same period a week earlier. It had spiked. The game's developers revealed that the game suffered a glitch, causing it to land jackpots more frequently. Now, several users are disputing the issue, in spite of others taking the 11% settlement that's being issued by the company to those affected. I'm kind of where you're at, Steve. It's like, the game's a gamble, and I won the gamble.
Right. They gamble as well.
Correct.
They lost. I mean,
right.
What the hell? And gambling doesn't go one way. Sorry, man.
Right. And that's been my problem with these doggone things. It's like, I'm sorry that you lost too much, but how many people have you bankrupted because you took advantage of their addiction? Because you took advantage of the fact that they're willing to bet. Okay. You're betting too. It's just you're betting on the better odds.
And this time you lost.
Correct.
So what?
Right. I mean, sorry your game glitched. You owe that money. But that's just me.
But my thing is, you could call anything a glitch if you don't want to, if it's electronic and you don't want to own up to whatever. Hey, man, it was a glitch.
That 518 that they normally get. Maybe that should be down to 125.
Right. Like, it's a glitch. Like,
right.
Come on. No, sorry.
No.
And if there was, then get better programmers or something. I don't know what to tell you.
Exactly.
I'm playing the game.
That is no longer my problem.
Told me I won.
Right. I owe you 33
Could you imagine
grand
if you hit it at a casino and they said, no, the machine
right.
messed. It was a glitch.
Yeah. Right.
You'd be like, no, it did not.
No, it did not.
I hit this thing.
Right. That means that you intentionally set it to where I don't win on purpose.
Right. I mean, that's basically the admission you're making. If you're going to say this is a glitch, you should go out of business.
Right. I'm sorry. You lose.
Yeah.
But just in case those stories with a bad taste in your mouth.
Thankfully, there's good news.
We go to New York, where a lost cat is back home. Well, kind of. Local authorities got a call from a woman that was house sitting for her mother and realized that her cat had gone missing. She spent a time searching for the cat and ultimately concluded that she was stuck inside one of the basement walls. It's not known how she was able to get herself stuck inside, but fire crews arrived on the scene and immediately began the process of extracting the 5-year-old feline. They attempted to use thermal imaging, but the cat was too small to be picked up, so they isolated a small portion of the wall and were able to get her out without much issue. She's a little shaken from her adventure, but is otherwise fine.
Sounds like a cat.
Cats in the walls.
Cats in the walls.
Swear to God, man, there's a cat in this wall.
Man, when the last house that we lived in, all of a sudden one of our cats went on the missing. He is no longer with us, but this has nothing to do with that. But all of a sudden he went along missing. We looked everywhere for this dude, and at some point we're thinking maybe he snuck outside. So I go outside and I'm shaking his treat jar.
Yeah.
Where'd you go? And all of a sudden I hear him meowing, and I look over, and you know those little vents that are at the base of your house at the foundation that kind of let air in underneath it? I saw him just pushed up against one of those. I'm thinking, how in the hell did you get in there? I had my little gaming station downstairs in the basement with my door wide open. He found a way in and around the furnace, and there was a ledge that he could jump up and get underneath the house, but then his stupid ass didn't know how to get back out of it.
So it's like cats getting caught in a tree. Like, you got up there, get the hell down,
Right.
dumbass.
Told you my buddy's house, you got to lock the door out to the shop because the cat has figured out how to open the door.
That's wild.
It'll just come in.
Right. Dumbass. That's fun. Men's Room Sports, you got NBA basketball on Peacock and CBS tonight. Kraken hockey is about to begin over on Kong, and the Mariners have Game 2 against the Yankees after an impressive win thanks to the efforts of Seattle's MVP, Cal Raleigh.
Yeah.
They look to take the series with a win tonight, and that game's about to begin over on Mariners TV as well as TBS and True TV. As far as your weather, expecting some periods of rain tonight with a low of 44 tomorrow. Sorry, gang. Guarantee you rain with a high of 49. But sun is on the way. That is it for headlines. With that, Mike Hawkins out.
Thank you, sir, from King of Queens, Family Guy, American Dad, and Sex and the City comedian Craig Gass on the program tomorrow.
Yes,
Lovely
indeed.
Jolene's up in just seconds.
Yes, indeed. It is all true, but in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until tomorrow, please, do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.
You do it all. So why not get all the electrolytes? Hydrate better than water with new Gatorade Lower Sugar. Now with no artificial flavors, sweeteners, or colors. And 75% less sugar than regular Gatorade. New to the fridge. All the Gatorade electrolytes you love. Gatorade Lower Sugar. Is it in you? Now available nationwide.
You probably know Vistaprint for business cards, but did you know we print everything you need to get your brand in front of your fans? We print banners and signs that help your business stand out. We print postcards and flyers that get people talking. And we print must-have merch like tote bags, t-shirts, and water bottles. Whether you want a few or a few thousand, we print on everything so that customers can go from noticing your brand to falling in love with it. Right now, new customers can get 20% off with code NEW20. Because if you need it, we print it at Vistaprint.ca.
I'm Brian. I work at United Healthcare.
So, Brian, why do you care?
I care because I don't want to leave anybody behind. I oversee one of the biggest resource centers in United Healthcare. I see people walk in my office every day, just like my parents. They have no idea about the healthcare. I feel like they are my uncles, aunties. I treat these people like family. I'm Brian, and I'm committed to care.
It's Tiki Barber with 2 words any business owner wants to hear: extra income. Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for ambitious business owners in your area to assist with local deliveries. You get paid for each package delivered. Amazon Hub Delivery has no startup costs, no long-term contracts, and no delivery experience required. If you're a local business ready to assist with Amazon deliveries, sign up today at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
I love the Marquette community. I think, it to me resembles a family of some sort.
You are coming to a place that is not only going to give you a great education, but I think it's going to make you a very well-rounded individual.
Especially because of the size, you can definitely find your people. I came in and it was open arms. While you're here, we're going to try to make you feel that same love and make this place home. We are Marquette.
We are Marquette.
We are Marquette.
We are Marquette.